to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. This is Expresso and you're live on S3. And as you can see, we are ready to just get married to the week as wedding guests. That's what we look like. I just feel like this is our vibe today.
You're looking dapper.
Thank you so much. You're looking absolutely incredible.
Thank you.
And allow us to introduce ourselves. My name's Carl Wasty.
And I'm Zoe Brown, and of course it is your midweek edition of your Feel Good Breakfast Show. And as you know what time it is, Wednesdays means Culinary Hotline, and I can't just say Culinary Hotline. It's the Culinary Hotline.
Ching, ching. The people, you know what, the thing is, I try to pay everybody, and they're still waking up. Sorry, man.
Oh, it's okay. Well, Clem has brought along his friend Kanya, who's joining us. She's the deputy food editor at Woolworths Taste magazine, and we are obviously going to be focusing on festive treats in the kitchen.
Recipes. We need recipes. So I hope you got your pencil, your Cokie, and your piece of paper down, because we've got something fantastic, right? Pan roasted prawns with banya corned dressing and creamy dill cucumber. Yeah, I know.
On the menu?
Okay, well, you also got a rump roast with mustard sauce. As you can tell, we're getting very festive. And then just to top it off, a little bit of a little pairing is a triple chocolate Lamington peppermint crisp tart trifle. Stop it.
Is that like combining everyone's favorite desserts into one?
Yes, it is. I can already feel my waist growing. I suppose that's why my surname's Wasty. Anyway, it's great. It's delicious today.
Oh, amazing. Well, listen, we can't just talk here food. We need to say good morning to someone else on our team. Hey, Ryle.
Good morning, team in New York. Oh, you're making me hungry. Wow, the kitchen is going to heat up this morning. Of course, Mzansi, I cannot thank you enough for joining us as we kickstart another beautiful day that we've been blessed with. And speaking of a beautiful day, we want to chat to you because it is December and we want to find out, well, maybe if you can come through on our social medias, have a conversation and let us know what is one of your fondest and most favorite December holiday memories. Now, there are so many that I'm sure you can think of, but we want to know what the best ones are. Come through and share with us. I think one for me that definitely stands out is just before I actually got the role on this job, I took a road trip out into the Eastern Cape, went to Hogsback, went to Hole in the Wall, did some incredible things, discovered myself, and really discovered the beauty of South Africa. And I don't know, maybe South Africa is on that list of beautiful memories for you. It definitely stole my heart that December. So come through, let us know what you think. Of course, the social media number is 0634088863, or of course, use our social channels. For now, the official duties must commence, and the man that is standing by to wed thee into the official duties is Carl Wasty.
I do. Thanks a lot, Raul. Let's go into it, shall we? Nationally, I'll start there. Members of the National Assembly yesterday voted by 214 to 148 against the adoption of the report of the independent panel of experts on the Phala Phala matter. Now, the panel had found that Ramaphosa may have breached his office in relation to the theft of US dollars on his Phala Phala farm 2 years ago. Most of the ANC MPs voted against adopting the report, while the majority of opposition MPs voted to adopt the report. Now, Minister Nkosazana Dlamini Zuma was one of the 5 ANC MPs who voted in favor of adopting the report. Now, Stellenbosch University has signed a memorandum of understanding with Teesside, or should I say, yes, Teesside University in England, to help South Africa with industrialization using hydrogen economy. Now, some 12 million rand has been allocated towards establishing research expertise in the field. Green hydrogen is produced by the electrolysis of water using renewable energy resources such as solar and wind energy. Green hydrogen can then be used in energy-intensive industries such as trucking as well as iron melting. Now, moving on to international news, Nigeria has removed COVID-19 testing requirements for international travelers. The country's civil aviation authority said it was also no longer mandatory to wear masks on flights and in airport buildings. The regulator added that travelers to and from Nigeria did not need to undergo COVID-19 tests irrespective of their vaccination status. Travelers above 60 years and those with comorbidities were nevertheless encouraged to use masks. Nigeria has recorded 266,381 COVID-19 cases since the start of the pandemic and 3,155 deaths. Now, Israeli researchers say they have developed gene-edited hens that lay eggs from which only female chicks hatch. Now, the breakthrough could prevent the slaughter of billions of male chickens each year, which are culled because they don't lay eggs. The female chicks and the eggs they lay when they mature have no trace of the original genetic alteration. Animal welfare group Compassion in World Farming has backed the research. Now let's stay with animals. The Care for Wild Rhino Sanctuary is a rehabilitation center where dedicated staff rescue, rehabilitate, and ultimately release orphan rhinos, as well as a wide range of other wild animals such as zebras and giraffes. So when rhino monitors in the intensive protection zone of the sanctuary reported a young giraffe calf with a severe limp struggling to keep up with the rest of the group, help was called in. Now, with the support of Save Giraffes Now, doctors Chris Smith and Hayden Cuthill from wildlifeevents.com joined the Care for Wild team to immobilize the young giraffe. A large thorn was found embedded deeply in the soft tissue of the hoof of the front right foot. It was removed and the wound was cleaned and dressed. Long-acting antibiotics and pain relief were also administered. After the reversal drugs were given, the giraffe quickly rejoined the others with a heavily bandaged hoof and no pain, but of course a full recovery is expected. That's a wrap-up of your news for now. There's another update for you in 1 hour. We always keep you updated on your Feel Good Breakfast show, but let's get on to sport. And here's the man himself in a beautiful suit, Ryle.
We're here to suit the occasion, Carl, and starting off with the greatest game of the week. We're talking about the World Cup. And inspired Lionel Messi, who scored from the penalty spot, and Julian Alvarez struck twice as Argentina beat Croatia 3-0 to reach their second World Cup final in 8 years. Now, Alvarez and Messi starred for their country, with the former winning a penalty to allow the latter to convert. And the Man City forward then scored the second goal before Messi turned provider for the third, which Alvarez slotted home from close range. Now, the two-time world champions produced their best display of the tournament to ensure they will meet the winners of today's semi-final clash between holders France and Morocco in Sunday's final. Now, moving from soccer action, we head over to rugby, and SA Rugby confirmed that they will part ways with Springbok women's head coach Stanley Rubenheimer at the end of his contract later this month. Now, Rubenheimer was informed by a letter that his services would no longer be required beyond the 31 December contract expiry date. Now, it's alleged that Rubenheimer did not see eye to eye with women's high-performance manager Lynn Cantwell. Now, Rubenheimer also coached the Springbok women for 4 years, helping them qualify for the postponed 2021 Women's Rugby World Cup in New Zealand, where they lost all 3 group games. Well, from rugby, we head over to the courts, and that of tennis, where Rafael Nadal's historic 2022 ATP Tour season has ended with the Spaniard being voted as fans' favorite for the first time in the ATP Awards. Now, despite entering the year off the back of a 5-month injury layoff, Nadal made his best start to an ATP Tour season by winning his first 20 matches in 2022. Now, that run included lifting a record 21st Grand Slam crown at the Australian Open, and the Spaniard made it 22 major crowns with victory on the clay at Roland Garros in June. Now, the 36-year-old finished the year with a 39-8 tour level record. What incredible stuff indeed. Now, from the tennis courts, we head over to Formula One action. And Ferrari have named Frédéric Vasseur as their team principal. Now, the 54-year-old Frenchman, the current boss of the Alfa Romeo Sauber team, will replace Matteo Benito on the 9th of January. And Ferrari said last month that 53-year-old Benito, who has been with the team since 1995, had resigned. Now, Andrea Seidel has left his role at McLaren team principal with immediate effect and will join Sauber in January as Vasseur's replacement as the team build to Audi's takeover in 2026. Well, that's all the latest when it comes to sporting action. We'll catch up in the next hour for more. For now, there's time to find out what is happening in the weather. And of course, here is Zoe with the latest.
Thank you, Raul. Well, let's start off with some local news. Disaster management officials in the Western Cape were yesterday still assessing flood damage in several areas of the province following heavy rainfall. The West Coast, Breda Valley, Boland, Cape Winelands, Garden Route and Little Karoo regions have especially been affected severely. One of the worst hit areas was Paarl. The town and surrounds had 70 to 80 millimeters of rain in less than an hour. The Cape Town Metro closed the Steenbras Nature Reserve after Clarence Drive at Gordons Bay was flooded due to the persistent heavy rain. The road, which provides access to the reserve, is closed in the interest of public safety. The closure also affects the popular hiking trail in the park. The trail will only be reopened once it has been declared safe. More rain is forecast for Friday and Saturday, and emergency teams remain on standby for further assistance. Well, from floods to your sunrise views, let's kick it off your Wednesday morning. Louise G. Cherry, who shared this stunning view all the way from Alberton. Just look at the way those deep warm colors are showing off. Razine Pandi from Kabeja sent this picture through of the sun's rays waking up the neighborhood. Nancy Govender showcasing this mystical view as the sun peeks through the clouds above the ocean in KZN. Brian Super in Geritsmond shared this image of the sun glistening across the still waters. And finally, Sarusha sent us this grey and cloudy sky all the way from her home in Durban. Well, if you have a sunrise view that you would love to share with us, our number is 063, it's 408-8863. Let's get into today's temperatures. Polokwane, your low is 17, your high 27. Mbombela 18, 28. Pretoria 16.27, Johannesburg 14.25, Mahikeng 17 with a high of 30, Klerksdorp 17 with a high of 29, Kimberley 18.29, Bloemfontein 14 with a high of 28, Richards Bay 23 is your low, 32 your high, Pietermaritzburg 18.31. If you're in Durban, some thunder showers can be expected, a low of 23, a high of 30. Mthatha 17.29, East London 19.25, Cradock 16, reaching a high of 35. If you're in Kabeja, your low is 18, your high 25. George 17.25, Cape Town 19.25. If you're in Worcester, 17 is your low, 32 your high. Sunny conditions in Sutherland, 12 your low, 27 your high. And Uppington, your low for today is 22 and your high 38 degrees Celsius. Please stay hydrated and stay tuned to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. We'll have another update shortly after 7.
Stay hydrated. Well done. That was actually perfect. Just the way you just angled that in there.
Nice. Enjoy it. Crush it, my friend. Of course, don't go anywhere, Mzansi. We are going to be bringing you something to get excited about. Why? 5,000 Rand in cash up for grabs, and all you got to do is take a picture. As simple as that. That's happening after the break. What else is happening, bro?
Also, I mean, this guy looks like he sells Forex today, but he's actually giving you an opportunity to get onto the phone and actually ask questions. We have a festive edition of the Culinary Hotline Bling.
Ting, ting, ting.
Stay right there. Ooh.
Cheers. yes, Mzansi, it's festive in here. Welcome back, though, to another installment of the Culinary Hotline. Bling! Ting, ting, ting! Yeah, that's festive power for you. Oh, and we're going to bring all the magic. We're talking about roasts, trifles, mince pies, and all things delectable and delicious. Yes, you guessed it. Now it's another festive-themed Culinary Hotline, but this time we have the man himself. Are we not blessed this morning because he's cooking his absolute favorites from the December issue of the Taste magazine? Oh, it's their biggest issue yet. So, of course, for you, Mzansi, join in on the discussion. Come through, send those voice notes. We've got our WhatsApp line. It's up. It's 063-408-8863. We are here to serve. Chef Clem, how are we doing this morning?
Oh, I am feeling the Christmas vibe.
I know.
No idea.
Hey? Oh, it's so good. It's making me jolly.
I love it. I love it. Like you said, we're cooking out of Taste magazine.
Yeah, man,
And,
this is premium stuff, eh?
It's not just a normal issue. It's
Okay.
like a Christmas encyclopedia. It's a guide how to do Christmas.
I love that. So the sooner we get it, the better. We don't want to waste time. We can start practicing and decide what exactly we're going to make on the big day as well.
I do like that you say practice because practice does make perfect, especially in the kitchen. The more you do something, the better you get at it. And you also, like you'll see, you'll make something and it'll take you like 45 minutes. Next time you make it, it'll take you half an hour.
Yeah, you start
so
finding
practice.
Okay.
So I'm using...
What are we making today?
2 recipes from Abigail Donnelly, okay? And I like
Abigail,
it as Abigail, yes. We'll definitely be seeing her in the new year.
Nice.
So like a surf and turf vibe, but 2 separate dishes, but I like presenting it on the table to the options. We're gonna start off with, we're gonna do delicious buttery garlicky prawns with the banyakuda sauce.
Banyakuda?
Yes.
What is banyakuda? Sounds like from Japan.
It's from Piedmont.
Okay, where is that exactly?
In Italy.
Oh, of course.
Okay, yeah,
Of course.
So, I mean, I was going to say close to Asia, but it's not. Okay,
Not at all.
so what makes that sauce so amazing is the olives that are in there, the anchovies in there, and that's like umami on umami.
Yeah.
Especially with prawns. People go quite subtle with prawns, but prawns can take a bit of flavor, especially with this sauce.
Yeah.
First things first. Okay, we're gonna go. You can do this whole thing on the braai, by the way. I love cast iron because cast iron just like lives on the braai.
Yes.
So we're gonna go a little bit of olive oil first. We've deveined our prawns, and here's another thing. Prawns, like your normal meat, like your steak, like your chicken, don't put it into the pan cold, okay? Take them out, let them just chill for like 45 minutes before it hits the heat.
Yeah.
We've done that already and taken the vein out.
Question as well on the pan. I know it's obviously great to use cast iron, but what if we don't have that as an option? What would happen in a normal pan?
Perfectly fine.
Is that
Perfectly
cool?
fine. I'm just using cast iron for the sake of like if you are gonna do it in a braai.
Okay, obviously.
That'll be
chuck it
great.
straight on the wood, on the coals, yeah.
Because it's hot, man.
Yeah.
Christmas should be done outside. It's al fresco this year.
Yes.
So absolutely, everything like I'm showing you now can be done on the braai, especially with your cast iron. But
got you.
if you don't have it in the kitchen, perfectly fine.
Got you,
So
okay.
prawns, we're gonna go in just like when we do certain meats. You don't want to overcrowd the pan, so it's fine to cook prawns in batches.
Prawns are defrosted?
Oh yes, defrosted,
Yeah.
never in water, naturally defrost them.
Okay.
And then again, like I said, 45 minutes out the fridge, just to like remove some of that chill.
Yeah.
Okay, so olive oil's gone in. Get those prawns in there.
Right, you want that sizzle, right?
You want that sizzle,
Yes.
okay? As soon as you hear that sizzle, get them nestled in. Prawns are a little shellfish. Okay, no, they are shellfish.
Shellfish.
They are
No,
shellfish.
you didn't.
But they're little shellfish too. They don't like
Okay.
sharing space. So make sure you get them out. Let them all have
they
their own
want
little
their own
space.
zone.
Okay? No salt at this point, no salt, okay? But I'm using salted butter.
Ooh.
Salted butter goes in, nice knobs of it, let the butter melt on its own. Then,
Yes.
over here, banyakuda sauce. It's a combination of olives, garlic, anchovies. So you can imagine,
So you got that freshness, that sort of like breezy ocean feel.
slightly like ocean, slightly briny, but the intensity of the savoriness is what really makes the sauce unique.
Okay.
Butter goes in, and don't be, hey, it's the festive season.
Of course.
We don't measure butter.
No one's complaining about that. Bring on the putter.
There we go. Olive oil goes in. And what I'm going to do is I actually need some of the olive oil to actually blend everything together, which is how we're going to put the sauce together. We're going to go olives.
Olives, of course.
Okay. Do I need to tell people to make sure the pits are out before you blend it?
This is the Culinary Hotline thing. You do need to tell people, just in case.
I once had a student, right? And I told her, I need you to cream the butter and the sugar. Okay?
Yeah.
And you can do the electric mixer or by hand, which is with the whisk.
Yes.
Use the hand. So I feel like I feel like instructions are good. Instructions are good.
Okay, so make sure there's no purps in there.
So
what is happening? That's the capers, right?
anchovies, okay? They are delicious, and the savoriness you get out of them, especially when you cook it, it's not that it becomes fishy in any way. It just becomes so extremely savory, which is what we want.
All right.
So, Ryle, all you're gonna ask you to do, I'm gonna check out my prawns. You're gonna get that good.
Get my blend on. I got you. What sort of consistency we're looking for?
2 degrees below chunky.
Say no more.
That sounds.
Yeah.
Give that a smell before you pass it to me.
Nice. All right. Let's check this out. I'm dying to figure this one out.
Yeah.
Okay, I see you, man.
And it doesn't only, not only on prawns.
Yes.
Chicken.
There's no overpowering of either of the flavors. That's what I love about it.
Yeah.
It's like the capers with the anchovy, sorry, and the I guess the olives kind of just
Garlic.
fusing together, but it's still bringing me that freshness, which I love. It's giving me that sort of breezy feel, which I love. I can feel myself on a beach somewhere in the Caribbean. The
Hey.
breeze just flowing through my hair.
Through your hair, eh?
Yeah, this is what it's
I
about,
love it.
man.
I love it.
This
Can
is
I
what it's
get
about.
your sirloin steak in the meantime? So the sauce is amazing. Like I said, not just for prawns.
Yeah.
Lamb, chicken, beef,
Okay, it's versatile.
vegetables.
Really?
That gives vegetables a bit of attitude, which I absolutely love.
Okay.
Just like our prawns, we've taken our steak out way before it's gone into the heat. What you can do is you can also score the fat. That'll help the fat render out of the steak a
What
little
does
better.
scoring the fat mean?
Let's do it. Let's do it.
Please, come on, the people want to know.
Scoring the fat is when you have a fat cap
Yes.
on a piece of meat.
Yeah.
And you want to release some of the fat and help it render out. Rendering is when that fat actually comes out of the piece of meat.
And
So you-
hopefully gets absorbed and binds with the meat and the flavors that it's
Yes.
surrounded by.
So scoring is when you go through the fat, just opening it up, cutting it open, but you're not going below the fat cap. You're not going into the meat.
Okay,
So
alright.
it literally is going to help you get like a crispier top, and that crispiness is flavor, it's textured, and makes the dish so much more exciting to eat. So I'm going to hit this into the pan, dry pan.
Dry pan, all right? Nice and
Okay.
hot, of course.
As soon as it goes in,
Yeah. Salt bay.
salt, salt, salt. I'm going to ask you to whip up a delicious cucumber sauce for us.
Got you, all right. How
Did
am
I
doing
use your
this?
knife now? I think I've got a spare knife at the back for
Spare
you.
knife, let's grab that.
You see, the thing is, you got to have rhythm in a kitchen. Okay?
You do.
You kind of like just flow around the kitchen, moving through the space, and that's why I like working with people in the kitchen.
Okay, I
get
see.
to like just,
yeah.
you know, you
It's like a dance almost.
It absolutely is a
Festive dance, a little bit of gears, and of course you just find your flow state. Anybody's happy, especially when you're around food, and good food like this with a recipe that's gonna knock the socks off of any guest that comes through this festive. Say no more. Clem, how are we doing with this? Am I cutting it just normal
No,
slices?
no, no. You're doing an amazing job.
Right.
So the prawns, what you want is you want a little bit of this blistering on there, want a bit of that
Right.
char on there.
Yeah, yeah.
That's extra flavor. So with our beautiful sirloin steak, this is a sirloin steak. It's just a big one. We're gonna slice it up, nice and festive, feed everyone.
yeah.
We're gonna do a nice mustard sauce, and we might come back in the second part to kind of put it all
Yeah,
together.
we've got lots of time. We've got the culinary hotline blings going right through the morning.
Oh yes, absolutely. So let me tell you what goes into that sauce
Okay.
very quickly. Cream, mustard, butter,
Okay.
and a little bit of lemon juice. So once this is beautifully like nice and crispy, I'll make that sauce in the second part, serve that with our steak. You can see how I presented it over there. I've got the banyakuda sauce looking amazing
Yes,
over the
please.
prawns
Okay,
now.
That goes over.
And you want to serve it with this butter sauce. Imagine that with a bit of garlic bread. Ah!
Yes,
Yes.
please. Chef Clem coming through, of course. For you, Mzansi, don't go anywhere. We are going to be back in just a bit because the culinary hotline bling will continue. Come through on those voice notes. You got any conundrums you want us to solve? We're here to serve. But for now, let's catch up with the rest of the team. I think it's competition time, I believe.
There we go.
Yeah, it's fantastic. You look great, eh? Is there a filter on here? Sorry. Just it's like that.
Power of makeup.
Oh, sorry.
The power of makeup.
Yes. Excuse me. Just want to check
Aw,
it.
look at you taking nice photos of us.
Thank you. I have to. You know, it's the festive season, okay? And it's time to spend time with loved ones and creating memories just like this and capturing the moments in a lot of photos, like a lot.
A
I'm gonna
lot
keep
and
on
lot
going.
of photos. Now, this year, Game wants you to share these moments with their compliments of the season Twitter competition. And this is amazing because you stand the chance to win a 5,000 Rand Game Store shopping voucher. How amazing is that?
Indeed. While we take more selfies and capture moments, you can visit Game Store's Twitter page and reply to their tweet by sharing a pic of your favorite festive moment, like our one right now, and retweet and reply with #GameFestive. And your profile picture will be added to their mosaic, which is pretty
Ooh,
cool, like
that's
ours.
quite cool. And remember to also tag Game Stores, and don't forget to include that #GameFestive. The competition will close the day before Christmas. That's the 24th of December at midnight. There are T's and C's that do apply. You can find it on our website, expressoshow.com.
What are you waiting for? Have you not done it yet? You should do it right now because you can get entering and you don't want to miss out on this amazing, epic competition with game. Hashtag Game Festive.
We got you covered. 24-hour long wear. New skincare and ingredients. Better skin by the day. Diverse shades. Transfer resistant and waterproof. For all skin. For every life. New Color Stay Longwear Makeup.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. This is Expresso on S3. And this morning we are joined by an incredible singer and songwriter, David Watkins, to chat about his new song, Christmas in Cape Town. That's right, finally a lovely local Christmas song that you can enjoy. Now, the song is reimagined, all right? It's a ballad of the classic Knack hymn, released 20 years ago, which has become a household standard during the festive season in Cape Town communities, sharing the hymn's chorus, but new lyrics in collaboration with original writer Edmund Bourne. Now, here's a little snippet of the track to get you all festive.
Won't see any snowfall at this time of year. No reindeer in the valley as the mistletoe appears. And underneath the blue sky is a perfect summer's day, with beaches filled with people, all the beauty on display. 'Cause when it's Christmas in Cape Town,
It's emotional. Sorry,
The feels are
okay,
real.
There's an emotional
The feels
connection
are
here
real.
that's made with me, and I'm convinced that that's going to be a song. Right? I don't know why. Ooh, it must be,
Yeah.
you know, possibly your upbringing or maybe the high school you went to that really showcased
Could be the high school.
talent. Yeah, it's got to be the high school. Anyway, David Watkins, an honor to have you. It's really great to hear a song like that reimagined, because
Yeah.
I'm always going on about like our Christmas carols are always kind of connected to
Yes.
a winter Christmas.
Yeah.
But we are on the beach around
Exactly.
Christmas time, right?
Exactly, yeah. That was the approach. I mean, we needed summer Christmas songs.
Yes.
And especially like coming out of the past 2 years, I was also feeling disconnected from the community of Cape Town. So those are
Yeah.
the two things. I was like, we need a summer Christmas song, and I wanted feel that togetherness again
Yeah.
with Cape Town. Yeah.
And so, like the original, I know it's quite tough reimagining something. So, like, how did you navigate paying homage to the original, but then also adding your own twist?
Yeah, well, I knew that I would use different language,
Yeah.
different instrumentation. So I kind of was playing around with it on the piano, and then when I found out that, okay, I kind of have something to say here, I have a new vision, then I kind of said, okay, I can offer something.
Yeah.
And I played it to the original composer.
And?
And it was good. He
was a
loved
good
it. He
response?
was like, why didn't I think of that?
Oh, thank goodness.
And we had this back and forth of like, maybe this, maybe that. So, yeah, it was a really special experience. And it's been over last year, August.
Yes.
Is that when we started the whole process.
Oh, man.
So it's been a...
And the music video looks really good, because I mean, I'm seeing all the quintessential Cape Town shots
Yeah.
in there. I'm seeing familiar locations. How fun was it to actually try to connect all of these locations and really pay homage not only to the original, but also to the city?
Yeah. So it was a long process. We shot over 8-9 months. And and what you see in the edits, you know, we could have done a few edits of this. There's so many places and people to include.
Yeah.
And it was the focus of the people as well. It wasn't really just the places.
Yes.
I didn't want it to be like a tourist video. I wanted it to be about the people, everyday life in Cape Town, in summer, the joy, having fun. Yeah, when I see those faces, it's...
I also feel, so when somebody, puts this onto their playlist this festive season, what are you hoping to get them to feel? What do you want someone to really connect with when listening to that song?
I hope they feel proudly Cape Townian. I hope they feel connected to the city and the people in it. And then also just Christmas. I hope that they feel loved. I hope they have a beautiful time with their families. Yeah, that's why I made this a slightly slower one to get in the feels,
I could feel that. I'm feeling that. In the feels, festive, it's everything that we need. David Watkins will be performing for you a little bit later on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. And remember, this man is not only a singer-songwriter, but a multi-instrumentalist. He will blow your mind away, I'm telling you now, with his rendition of that song, as well as some other tracks in your Feel Good Breakfast Show a little bit later. So stick around. You don't want to go anywhere because you want to get festive with us.
And you can experience Red and unlock more with Vodacom this summer. And they've got some amazing rewards and benefits. How incredible.
They definitely do. Now, we're talking about the festive, we're talking about all the gears, and we are bringing it. And you can be a champion this summer with the Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra with 600 minutes for only, listen to this, 1,689 Rand per month. Now, for 24 months on a Red Core plan, you also will get have the opportunity to unlock a free sports jersey voucher.
How
cool is that?
Cool. That
Yeah.
is amazing. And Vodacom will gift a soccer or rugby sports jersey voucher to subscribers who enroll or upgrade to one of the Vodacom Red Core and Red VIP tabulated deals with the Samsung Galaxy S22, the S22 Ultra, the Z Flip 4 or the Z Fold 4 deals, and that's during the period of the 7th of December until the 6th of February 2023. There are some T's and C's that apply and can be found on their website.
Oh, I think these deals are so amazing, especially with the options that you get. I mean, it's difficult actually deciding between these devices. They all have so many incredible features. I think it comes to the styling and everything else. But of course, Mzansi, I think this is the perfect opportunity to maybe even spoil someone this Christmas and give them that opportunity to unlock their summer. Literally. Now, with Vodacom Summer, you're not just a player, right? You're also going to have the opportunity to be a champion. So, what do you need to do? Switch to Red and unlock your sports jersey now.
Unlock the Summer of Champions. Travel the world and connect anywhere with flight discounts and international roaming. Get the new Samsung Z Flip 4 5G on a 600-minute Red Core voice plan for 1,339 Rand per month over 24 months and a free hotel voucher. Plus, get 1,000 Rand free accessory spend and make it the best summer ever with Vodacom, SA's leading network. Available in store or online. Feather together. Vodacom.
Now, speaking of Samsung, we have some feel-good news coming your way. Imagine winning big just for the love of the game. With the hashtag Samsung Dribble Challenge, you can. And Fez had the honor of meeting legend Marks Maponyane to find out more. Take a look.
We know you love the game, whether it's the Shibobos, the Tamayas, or the Show Me Your Number. With this love in mind, Samsung is giving you a chance to win 250,000 Rand worth of prizes in the hashtag Samsung Dribble Challenge. Now, it's your game, but we've brought in a legend to help you kickstart your entry. Marks, thank you so much for joining me. Wow, this place is amazing. Could you tell us more about the hashtag Samsung Dribble Challenge? What exactly is it?
It's a dribble challenge for the consumers. As you know, that Samsung is innovative. They just thought, well, let's also involve our people who are our customers. And in this case, they will have a dribble challenge for them to move with the times of what they love badly, which is the game of football.
I mean, it almost seems like it's a no-brainer. You're an icon. Samsung's the powerhouse that it is. Why did you decide to partner with them?
I decided to partner with them because they are innovative, and I thought, wow, it's even in relation to the game that I love. So I thought, well, let's now involve the public and say, show your skills.
When you speak about loving the game of soccer, where did that passion come from?
It came from childhood, from the age of 6. kicking the ball around the townships. And I turned professional, and I tried to excel in that God-given talent.
Everybody wants to know, how exactly do we enter, and what if we don't have a ball?
It's easy to enter. You just hashtag Samsung Dribble Challenge, and you will obviously find it on your social media. And then when you don't have a ball, you can think of the days when we're in a lockdown. So get everything around you, and then knock it around, juggle it around, and you'll realize that you might even be our winner. So in our challenge, we say every member of the family, every community member can just be part of us. You can enter into the Samsung Dribble Challenge.
Everybody wants to know, as always, what are the prizes?
It's 250,000 worth of prizes, and there are many prizes, and everyone stands a chance to be a winner.
Could you break down what the basic dribble styles are?
Dribble style is very simple, especially being a striker. You've got to always go through the defenders, but don't always use one foot. You use the left and the right to confuse the enemy, as they say, and make sure that you get him out of the way. And once you find a gap, then you put the ball in the back of the net.
We've heard so much about this challenge. It's absolutely amazing, but why do you say South Africans should enter the hashtag Samsung Dribble Challenge?
Yes, South Africans should enter because it will obviously give them that opportunity to stand a chance to win the fabulous prizes that I mentioned, but also to say, I'm part of this passion, and this is my game, and I want to be part of it.
You don't have to have immense skill or be a professional athlete. All you have to do is have a good time and make it exciting. Get a video of yourself showing off your dribbling skills, having a joy of a time. Go to Twitter, post the video using hashtag Samsung Dribble Challenge and tag @SamsungSA, and you could stand a chance to win one of these amazing prizes. Viewers and customers are going to love the hashtag Samsung Dribble Challenge because it allows you to be at home to join in on all the fun that's happening.
Diski.
Ooh.
That is very, very cool.
How many reckon you could do if you were to like do a dribble or like... Keep it uppies, yeah.
It's just maybe like 120 or something.
Oh, cash! 120?
Yes.
I want to see this. I want to call you out.
120. You may. I mean, it is still World Cup fever. We got like, another couple of matches to go before we wrap up. But that dribble challenge looks fantastic. And I think to beat Marks Mapanyane was also just amazing.
Yeah, nice stuff, Fizz. Of course, it's always great plugging in with you and taking us all across the nation. And we're going to carry on doing this just that. We've got flavors of the world coming at you and so much more to celebrate. So don't go anywhere, Mzansi.
Unlock the summer of champions. Get the new Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra on a 600-minute red core plan. Further together. Vodacom.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. It is your feel-good breakfast show, and it is the season for giving. And Cadbury Dairy Milk, they are asking all South Africans to give a little extra this festive season with the launch of the Little Cadbury Generosity Shop.
Yeah, I'm so excited about this one. And our brother, of course, Fez, is out there. He recently visited it to see how we can help bring the magic of the season alive. Let's check it out.
Nothing feels better than giving, especially over the festive season. So generously give a little with Cadbury Dairy Milk. There's a glass and a half in every one.
I'm so excited to be at the Sandton City Shopping Theatre. You can feel the magic of the season in the air, from the sleigh bells ringing to the joyful singing. It really is a one-of-a-kind time of the year. But not everyone gets to fully embrace this time. They don't get to have the joys of a small gift or even some playtime. So we're trying to show everyone how they can give a little extra this festive season to bring the magic alive. Simone, the Little Generosity Shop looks phenomenal. What can visitors expect when they come here?
So the festive season is obviously a wonderful time of the year. It's a time for giving, it's a time for generosity. People want to be kind and they want to do something good for other people. So what we're asking consumers to do is to come to the Cadbury Little Generosity Shop and donate a pre-loved book, game or toy and make a difference to the children who need it most. To make the gift even more personal, the person making the donation will be able to write a handwritten note to the receiver of the toy and attach it to their donation. There's also an interactive wrapping station where visitors can beautifully package their gifts in Cadbury-themed wrapping paper, inspired by the animations from our homegrown stories found on our Cadbury Digital Library.
Seeing that story translated into those visuals was really inspiring because it isn't just one language, it's all the major languages we have in South Africa. So, what has been your favorite part about the Little Generosity Shop experience?
Okay, so for me it's the donation station, right? The button.
Yes, the button.
It's so theatrical, it's amazing. It gets you into that festive mood and that's what you really want. But also, it's really amazing that we're going to actually get this to children who really need the festive season to actually enjoy it as well, you know?
The Little Generosity Shop has so much to do, but my favorite part is that big red button. I know, I kept pressing it. It's fun. I would encourage every South African to come down to the Little Generosity Shop because we can all give a little extra every single day, but especially on the festive season.
It's really amazing that this is what we're doing as people.
I think the whole initiative is something that kind of just inspires everybody to give a little more. Speaking of, how has Cadbury inspired you to give a little more?
I'm spending a lot of time in the hospital, so I'm giving back quite a lot. I'm giving back my time, and also I have a lot of Cadbury at home, so I'm also giving it out at work, just to get people into that festive.
The range includes 4 delicious limited edition Cadbury slabs, available in decadent festive flavors, each invoking heartwarming memories of the festive season. This includes the new Cadbury Dream Coconut and Hazelnut Bliss. It's a must try. Also new to the range are the novel-shaped Cadbury Santas and Reindeers. And backed by popular demand, the Cadbury Dream Coasted Whisper Snowballs, perfect for sharing with the whole family. The Little Generosity Shop will be available in Sandton City between the 1st and 27th of December and in Gateway Theatre of Shopping between the 20th and 26th. So if you're in the area, please do come join us. We are happy to announce that we've partnered with Toy Kingdom on this journey. So for anyone who can't attend one of the Little Generosity Shop activations, can visit any Toy Kingdom store nationwide to drop off their pre-loved toys, books and games in the generosity boxes located in store.
Join Cadbury and so many South Africans as we give a little extra this festive season. Show your generosity and help bring the magic of the festive season alive. Go to your nearest Toy Kingdom store or find your nearest Lil Generosity shop by going to cadbury.co.za or join the conversation and tell us how you plan to hashtag give a little with Cadbury.
Ooh, that looks so good. Did you see the flavors, by the way? There was something like crushed almond and gingerbread and, oh, come on.
Festive flavor.
Absolutely love it. Fizz, thank you so much for sharing some of the magic of Cadbury's magic celebration, essentially. That's what it was. It seemed like a celebration. It seemed like a lot of cheers, and it seemed like every reason for us to obviously get into that festive spirit, especially with all those flavors. I mean, I'm salivating.
So exciting. Well, listen, that and a whole lot more still on its way on your Feel Good Breakfast show.
Nothing feels better than giving, especially over the festive season. So generously give a little with Cadbury Dairy Milk. There's a glass and a half in everyone.
So we need something nice, something that we can bring along to potlucks and, you know, family lunches this festive season. And we've got this Clover Bliss chocolate and caramel ice cream cake that is going to blow your mind. It's no bake, which means it's going to be the most perfect thing for you. So think about it. If you want to make something easy peasy lemon squeezy, you need to look no further than this particular moment right here. Also, I'm here with an incredible chef, somebody who I look up to a lot. Afika Tashimba is here to make sure this luscious dessert of layers and textures is delivered to you, Mzansi. So, Chef Akiva, hello.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
It is amazing to see you. It really is. This is our first time doing this together, you know that?
Literally.
Let's make it special.
Awesome.
Okay, are you ready to go?
I am perfectly ready.
All right, shall we?
So, your base is going to be a vanilla ice cream.
Because ice cream cake. So that's the
You
vibe.
can use maybe your chocolate before your vanilla. It doesn't matter.
Okay.
Your choice, your cake. Awesome.
Nice.
So, what we want here, also you want to soften your ice cream before time.
That makes
so
sense.
I would say maybe take it out of the freezer like 15 minutes before.
So it's pliable, and you can actually get it to the shape of your baking tray or pan. Okay, that's fantastic.
And the use of our cling wrap here is for you to unmold it like easier.
Got you.
Yeah.
Which is always great. Would you recommend a little microwave? Just in... No, as in for this, just to kind of defrost it a little
No.
bit. You wouldn't do it?
No.
Otherwise you don't know, like...
Because you'll have like a very runny consistency.
No, I thought like maybe you could just do like 10 seconds, because it's not like a pie. You know when you warm up a pie in a microwave, then if you are a minute over, you get lava.
Yeah.
And if you're a minute under, you get ice. So you have to be careful with this one. But I think that maybe a warm spoon could probably help you, or just, you know, body temp done and dusted. It's just so good. So we're going to layer this down.
So you want to just press this down to be a bit leveled up. And then you're going to add your chocolate cake.
And I think that like a cheat here, I suppose, would be for you to go and get one. Nice and simple.
A ready-made one.
A sponge one,
Yeah.
give it a layer, and then we drop it in there, which is always cool. And that's actually okay. I think that your guests will forgive you for a little bit of a, you know, a naughty hack to what is going to be a delicious ice cream cake anyway. Also, we're going to be using some Clover Bliss, and just a bit more about Clover Bliss. It's a medium cream chocolate dairy dessert. It's ready to eat, so you can, you know, take it straight out of the bottle if you want to. You can pour it as well, sauce anything, top any sweet treat. It's ready to eat indulgence just for you, and that's exactly what we're going to do when this thing comes together. Don't worry if you missed out on any of the ingredients thus far. ExpressoShow.com has got all of the action for you, as we always do. We work tirelessly to make sure you've got all of the festive and holiday treats that you need. All right, so we're going to continue. We're going to do our layering, and we're going to probably set this up in the fridge for a couple of hours. And then once it's out of there and demolded out of this particular vessel, then we can start giving it trim, right?
Yeah, so fun part.
Yes, I love fun.
Our Clover Bliss goes
this
on.
is blissful. It really
Awesome.
is.
So you can measure if you want, or you can...
I would never measure Clover Bliss. Sorry. Like that stuff you just pour everywhere.
Just pour it there.
You're like, if you had like a bath of Clover Bliss, that would be like the best festive gift for anybody. Maybe
It would
you
be
should
like
think
the
about
coolest
it.
thing ever.
Right? So that's gonna, and this is just, there's a word that comes to mind when I think about Clover Bliss. I think about unctuous. That's the word.
Awesome.
Right? Unctuous.
Unctuous.
Yes, it sounds unctuous, and hashimba is like my two favorite words, you know.
Really?
I'm just saying. It just makes sense.
Okay, so you want to do this fast, like really, really fast, so that your ice cream doesn't melt completely. And then we chuck this into the freezer for about 20, 25 minutes.
Done.
And then take it out again, another layer, and then at the end, we're
Yes.
going to have our popcorns.
And then we can let's just fake a decoration here. Just so, I mean, I know it's not set, but I just wanted to use this caramel piping gun. Because I think
looks
that
like
this
you're
is...
carrying a gun, but
it
it's okay.
does, just, I have that whole, it's just double O heaven. Right, here we go. And then I'm just gonna drizzle.
Okay,
Can I,
it's fine.
Can I drizzle?
It's fine.
Are you sure? Are you sure? Can I? Are you sure? Oh, look at that. Stop it. Stop it, I like it. Look at that. And also everything's in unison as well.
Yeah.
Perfect. And that just looks sensational and ready to go.
Yeah.
Thank you, Chef. You are wonderful. You really are. Now get yourself some Clover Bliss. And then maybe you want to actually drink a bit of Clover Bliss while you're watching this recap. We got you covered.
Made with love by Clover. Only you can make my day. It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Well, it is your feel-good breakfast show, and we are getting ready because Cape Town singer and songwriter David Watkins, he is on the Expresso stage this morning for his first of 3 performances on today's show. Now, the first song is entitled Magic, and it was David's debut single. The track is about a despondent man singing of his desire to feel the magical experience of being with his lost lover again. Well, listen, that's enough talking from me. David, take it away.
It's 3:15 and I'm sinking. I'm waiting for the coffee to kick in. But we still got a way to go. Saying things we already know. And I'm caught by the bottle. But I'm trying to be subtle, baby. And I know we don't stand a chance. But I thought maybe we could get to know each other better. Put your hand against my sweater. Knowing life is a little bit better. When we slow dancing together, I know I won't be here tomorrow. And I don't wanna cause any sorrow. I just wanna feel the magic in between you and me. Magic, magic. Wanna feel the magic, magic, magic. Wanna feel the magic, oh magic, magic. Wanna feel the magic, feel the magic, magic. Wanna feel the magic. Locked eyes, now we're grooving. Soft kiss, you're approving. Spinning underneath the stars. I'm getting crazy for you. I'm trying to be easy, but we caught in a feeling. And I know we don't stand a chance, but I thought maybe we could get to know each other better. Put your hand up against my sweater. Knowing life is a little bit better. When we slow dancing together, I know I won't be here tomorrow. And I don't wanna cause any sorrow. I just wanna feel the magic in between you and me. Magic, magic. Wanna feel the magic, magic, magic. Wanna feel the magic, magic, magic. Oh, wanna feel the magic, magic, magic. Wanna feel the magic.
David Watkins, absolutely spectacular, and he'll be back on your screen a little later on your Feel Good Breakfast show as we get into your news headlines. Now, starting nationally, Gauteng Premier Panyaza Lesufi says the Special Investigation Unit has revealed that the suspended Chief Executive of Tembisa Hospital on the East Rand, Ashley Mtunzi, approved applications for fraudulent and illegal payments. Lesufi briefed the media in Midrand about investigations into maladministration, fraud and corruption at the hospital and other institutions. Lesufi said it was found that fraudulent service providers did business with the Gauteng Department of Health at Tembisa Hospital. This has resulted in the hospital being prejudiced over 850 million rand. Now, members of the National Assembly yesterday voted by 214 to 148 against the adoption of the report of the independent panel of experts on the Phala Phala matter. The panel had found that Ramaphosa may have breached his office in relation to the theft of US dollars on his Phala Phala farm 2 years ago. Most of the ANC MPs voted against adopting the report, while the majority of opposition MPs voted to adopt the report. Minister Nkosazana Dlamini Zuma was one of 5 ANC MPs who voted in favor of adopting the report. Now, on to the international news. 8 ships loaded with grain have left ports in Ukraine's Odessa region after a pause caused by power cuts following Russian missile strikes, the Ukrainian Infrastructure Ministry said yesterday. As a result, the Black Sea port of Odessa and other ports authorized to export grain under a deal reached by Moscow and Kiev, despite Russia's invasion, could not operate or do so only partially. Some 550 vessels with food have left Ukrainian ports so far, exporting some 13.8 million tons of Ukrainian agriculture products to Asia, Europe, and Africa. Now let's go to the African continent. Nigeria has removed COVID-19 testing requirements for international travelers. The airline's Nigerian Civil Aviation Authority said it was also no longer mandatory to wear masks on flights and inside airport buildings. The regulator added that travelers to and from Nigeria did not need to undergo COVID-19 tests, irrespective of their vaccination status. Travelers above 60 years and those with comorbidities were nevertheless encouraged to use face masks. Nigeria has recorded 266,381 COVID-19 cases since the start of the pandemic and 3,155 deaths. Now, after more than 2 decades in a tiny cage at a restaurant in Albania, brown bear Mark is to have a better life. Mark is the last of Albania's so-called restaurant bears and has safely arrived at his new home, an animal sanctuary in Austria, says the animal rescue group 4 Paws International. Now, restaurant bears have historically been kept in tiny cages near restaurants or hotels in Albania, where they served as an attraction for tourists, says 4 Paws. But on Wednesday last week, under heavy anesthetic, Mark started his journey to his new home. In the sanctuary in Austria, Mark will have veterinary care and proper food he has never known before. In 2016, 4 Paws International launched the Saddest Bears campaign in an effort to relocate the more than 30 bears being used as entertainment in Albania. I think that story is unbelievable. It's so good to see Mark thrive with his new life. On that beautiful story, it's time to get into traffic as well as weather. I hope that that information is as beautiful.
Thank you, Wasty. Well, let's look at the roads. In Centurion, Johannesburg, there's a stationary vehicle on the N1 southbound. It's before Summerand Avenue. The right lane is closed. Please approach with caution. And staying in Johannesburg and Centurion, further down on the N1 southbound, there's been an accident after Botha Avenue on-ramp. Now, the left lane is closed. Expect delays. Well, that's your traffic for this morning. Let's take another look at your weather. And we start off with some news. Some Johannesburg residents say that they have been struggling to cope without electricity for at least 4 days now. Areas include Randburg, Fairlands, Roodepoort, Lenasia, Reef Haven and Hurst Hill. The outages are partly due to the result of heavy thunderstorms and flooding. Johannesburg City Power says they have been inundated with reports of outages from across. The city has requested a 72-hour reprieve from load shedding by Eskom to work on network faults. City Power spokesperson Isaac Manigina says as more rains are expected and predicted for the coming days, it will, and I quote, really get worse before it gets better, end of quote. Meanwhile, Johannesburg Metro says Hendrik Potgieter Drive between Johan Street and Van Staden Street in Roodepoort is closed to traffic after part of it caved in due to the floodwaters. Many residents had to be moved to safety. The mayor of the city says that the Metro has received a preliminary report on the damage and will inform residents about it soon. Well, let's look at your 7 a.m. update of sunrise views. First up, we have Ivana in Kariga, who shared this view of a peachy sky before getting into her car. Mark Bozeman in George snapped this gorgeous view of the sun peeking over the mountains in the distance. Sandy in Durban captured this beautiful photo of the waves rolling while enjoying a fresh ocean breeze. And last up, we have Fatah Khan in Richards Bay showing off another perfect view of the yachts in the harbour before taking the yachts out on the water for some hot coffee. Well, there you have it. Some of your sunrise views, we would love to see them. If you have any to share with us, please do so on our WhatsApp line. That number is 063 408 8863. But let's get into today's temperatures. If you're in Polokwane, 17's your low, 27 your high. Mbombela, expect a low of 18, a high of 28. Pretoria 16.27. Johannesburg, your low is 14, your high 25. Mahikeng 17.30, Klerksdorp 17.29, Kimberley 18.29, Bloemfontein 14 with a high of 28. Richards Bay 23 reaching a high of 32, Johannesburg 18 with a high of 31. Durban 23 with a high of 30, Mthatha 17.27. If you're in East London, 19 is your low, 25 your high. Cradock 16.35. Kabeja, your low is 18, your high 25 for today. George 17.25, Cape Town 19.25. If you're in Worcester, 17 is your low, 32 your high. Sutherland 12.27 and Uppington 22 with a high of 38 degrees Celsius. Well, that's your weather on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. Well, we're going to take a quick break. Stay tuned to your Feel Good Breakfast Show.
So much, Zoe.
It's my Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Welcome back to the Culinary Hotline. Bling! Ding, ding, ding! Oh, that was beautiful. That was beautiful. Riles decided to take a little break, so I've taken over the kitchen. I'm not alone, though. I brought a friend into the kitchen with me, Kanya Mzongwana, Deputy Food Editor of Taste Magazine, 100% official, amazing human being. Your food, your social media, everything you do is delicious. It's almost like I can smell the food through the pictures of the dishes you create. It's absolutely amazing. So you're in the kitchen with us this morning. We're gonna make another one of Abby's recipes.
Yes.
And it's a perfect combination of like trifle and peppermint tart.
Yeah.
So it comes together to make this triple chocolate caramel peppermint tart layer. It's just so delicious. It's a mouthful to say, but it's even more delicious to eat. Right. So very simple, and I like the fact that the recipe has very simple ingredients, but it comes together to make a very complex and delicious dish. Not complex, sorry. Complex in like flavors,
yes,
textures, because that's what a trifle is, isn't it?
Yes, it's an amalgamation of like 1,000 different desserts into one big bowl, right?
And when you get the textures right, it becomes amazing.
A layered experience.
A layered experience.
Exactly.
So I'm gonna get. I think your cream might be on the heat already. Is it? Is it?
Is it?
Let me get it on for you.
Okay.
So the thing about cream when you're making a ganache is that you don't need your cream to be like screaming hot. It's like there's a saying that says chocolate melts in the hands of a child.
Oh,
which let you know how delicate that heat needs to be to melt the chocolate. It's poetic, right?
I like that. I've never heard that.
Poetic.
I like that.
So you don't have to have like really boiling cream. Just like a nice simmer is all you need. And that's gonna go over some milk chocolate and dark chocolate.
Right, and we're just gonna stir that.
How do you feel about the combination of like milk and dark and like all the flavors?
I mean, well, you know, I'm an old school girl. I love milk chocolate. I kind of loved milk chocolate before I got into dark chocolate, which is very mature, you know, but I like this happy mix, you know, because it just kind of finds a balance somewhere in the middle, right?
The balance. That's what the dish is all about. So we got our caramel treat, and you can't do a peppermint tart without peppermint crisp. It is so delicious, and it's iconic.
Right.
Do you remember the time when they were threatening to take it off shelves?
I remember that time. I was in the picket line. I was in the front.
You were in the front line.
I was in the front line fighting for it.
And they brought it back. So very, very simple. I'm going to ask you to give this a gentle whisk for me. We're just going to loosen up the caramel treat. And then yesterday on the show, Graham and I made the lamingtons from the Lamington kit from Woolies.
Oh, yum.
So delicious. Do you know how much I had?
How much?
None.
Oh,
it
no.
disappeared on set before I even got there.
That's on you.
I know.
That's
I
on
should
you.
know better. I should know better. So today, instead of that, we've got the Lamington cake slicer from Woolies.
I love a Lamington, hey?
Hey.
So nostalgic.
And I feel like, again, like when I was younger, I liked it. Now, I love it. And a good Lamington is like, it's so... I feel like...
So underrated,
It's so underrated.
It's so underrated.
So underrated. So what we've done is we've got one of the trifles already made, and we've actually we've made a ganache, which is at the darker chocolate part, and then the caramel, which you see in there. And then we've got the lamingtons inside there. It's almost kind of hidden. So as your guests kind of scoop in, they get a surprise.
Yeah.
But what I thought is that me as a grown-up, I don't have a trifle bowl at home. If anybody out there would like to sponsor me with a trifle bowl, my number is 08... No! But what what I do have is a lot of vases and bowls at home. So my thinking is like use different size jars, vases, so when you put that one trifle on the table, all the different jars, kind of creates a bit like a centerpiece.
I do enjoy that. I really like that. So like long, wide, and kind of in the middle.
I like it, variety.
It's a look.
The spice of life.
Yes.
So if at home right now, my wife's like, what happened to our vase and the flowers? Where's it gone? I'm bringing it home. I'll bring it home. This is actually a plant vase, but I think it's gonna be quite beautiful in the fact that, ooh, your cream's looking good. What's quite nice is your spoon actually does get into the vase, and so that's what you want to make sure. If you're doing this at home, you'll just make sure that the actual whatever you're going to use to scooping gets into the vase. That's all you need to do, and then you're good to go. So, Kenya, that's looking amazing. That gets poured over our chocolate mix. I've got some cream that I've whipped up that's going to get mixed with the caramel.
Nice one.
This doesn't have to be too much of a hectic mix. So I'm kind of going to just pop the whisk to the side, and we're going to fold. So can I ask you a little bit of the Skinner? Can I get a little bit of the tea?
A little bit of which tea? I'm happy to oblige.
No, I'm just kidding. But the magazine looks so beautiful. What happens behind the scenes on set of a Christmas shoot?
The behind the scenes, I feel like it gets really festive really soon, you know, because we've got this, we've got a schedule that we run on, which is very, very different to the rest of the world.
That's true.
So a day on set, when we're doing a Christmas shoot, it's kind of like a little mini Christmas. Yeah, I would say.
So you get to celebrate Christmas like more than once in the year?
More than once, especially if you go to everybody's shoots and you're just like, you know what? I want to go to Abby's shoot because she's doing Christmas menu.
Don't we all want to go to Abby's shoot?
We all want to go to Abby's shoot.
Oh, man.
Imagine what it was like at this trifle shoot, like with all those amazing trifles and...
Because the magazine does have a selection of trifles, which I absolutely love, not just one trifle. So, like, I feel like people have a preference. You get those people that like the very fruity trifles, and you get those that like the very chocolatey trifles, which I am a fan of.
Same.
This is one of them. This is the one I'm kind of like saying that I'm going to go to and definitely making this festive season.
I'm making it because it's so easy, and it's like, it's 3 elements and you're done, right?
It is. And I kind of feel like you can be as delicate and precious as you want with the setup, but the trifle kind of just, the scoop kind of just makes it worth. You don't have to be too particular.
Yes.
But you do get those people that like want the specific layers.
Oh, no. I think that if you want it to be all specific and layered in that way, there wouldn't be anything wrong with doing it like in a wider dish, right?
Absolutely.
So you can just kind of lift it out, and then everyone gets the exact same thing on the plate, which isn't as fun as a good old trifle bowl for me.
I agree. So this is coming together really beautifully. And again, like you said, about the different size bowls we're going to use, I'm actually thinking about it. If you're doing the cylinder shape, it's going to take up less space in your fridge because, you know, fridge space during the festive season is so limited.
Yeah.
So I kind of twisted up the recipe a little bit. Sorry, Abby. I added a little bit of cream in there in the middle, and we're going to add that caramel treat. It's all about the layers, and I like that you can totally go as high as you like.
Yes.
Again, I want to hide the lamingtons. I want it to be a surprise. But look at that. You can see the lamington on the side.
I kind of like this vase situation. You got me convinced, because at first I was just like, what is Flame doing?
Oh, wait. Someone just brought in a special treat on the side. Can you pass it to us? So what we've done is we've taken some of that, the ganache. Sorry, I need a layer of ganache in here now.
Yes.
We took some of that malted dark chocolate, and we've actually made, we've actually made little Christmas trees. That looks beautiful.
That looks gorgeous.
So we're gonna, one more layer, one more layer, one more layer. What you do want to do is, it's so simple. You're gonna melt dark chocolate and pipe a few Christmas trees. This is a fun one for the kids. And I say for the kids, but I mean the grown-ups as well, because they enjoy it.
I'm the kids.
I am kids. So that looks beautiful. This sits in the fridge, and you do want to let it sit, just to let all the layers get to know each other. And then as soon as you get that beautiful chocolate set, look at these, they're so beautiful. It just sits on top there. I mean,
jingle
please do it. We've got some questions on social media. Are you ready for this?
You do it.
May Mo wants to know, what will your best advice be for making Krokkenbush? Ooh, I was like, what? Krokkenbush, especially the sugar stuff that goes around it and in the sauce. Have you ever made a Krokkenbush?
I actually haven't, and I'm embarrassed to be saying this on TV, but I haven't.
We're gonna watch us in the new year. Kanye and I are gonna be making Krokkenbush everything. So my tips is focus on one element at a time. Make the profiteroles. Profiteroles can actually keep their shape if you make them really well. Just store them in a container that's airtight.
Yeah.
So make your profiteroles ahead of time. Where we at? Here we go. Make your profiteroles ahead of time. I'd say even the day before. So that's done. That's out of the way.
In a nice airtight container, of course.
Absolutely. Then work on your filling, and then the sugar that goes on the outside is simply just sugar. Don't add anything else to it. That sugar, which is just normal plain sugar, you want to caramelize it, it just goes amber. That becomes the glue. So you're going to fill your profiteroles layer by layer. Take your time, and be careful with sugar. Sugar's really hot. So dip one at a time. Don't do 2 hands at a time. One hand. And just start layering up that tower. And if you don't have a cone shape, just build one up out of foil. Use something, whatever you have in the house, to get that perfect signature shape. Kanye, it's been great having you in the kitchen.
Thank you so much.
You're back in the new year?
I'm back in the new year, for sure.
And don't worry, it's the second last episode of Culinary Hotline. We'll be back next week for another episode of the Culinary Hotline. Bling! Ching, ching, ching!
We're still tinging. I'm actually still zinging from the World Cup. And I can tell you that it's been such a great World Cup of thrills and spills and results that you thought were certain, but they weren't. And I think that all eyes are now on Morocco.
Oh, yeah.
Today. Their take on France. for the final, place in the final for the World Cup. And I think it's going to be one of those matches where the entire world is almost going to back Morocco just because
for
it's the
sure,
underdog
man.
and
You
dark
got
horse
to.
status.
You got it.
Come on. I mean, are you supporting Morocco tonight?
I am. I have to look. I definitely was actually supporting France even choosing a team at this World Cup.
okay.
But now things have changed so much that I definitely have been impacted by the African giants right now. We're talking about the Atlas Lions. They are the first African country in the history of the tournament to reach this stage, and they're going to be looking to overcome the defending champions later tonight. Yes, that's where the action's going down. Of course, the rest of the country, good morning to you. We are live right now. Carl, how awesome is this, man? Look at the fans just going crazy. The anticipation is real. I can't believe it's actually happening.
Well, that's how you say good morning, Qatar.
Yeah.
Simple like that. And you can see the Moroccan fans are ready to go. The country's national airline is actually laying on 30 extra return flights to jet fans to Qatar for the historic matchup. And I think that's the type of support you need on a national level for a team going into a semi-final and making history already. Like Morocco fans, Morocco themselves, they've already done so many things to break records and to break stigmas, and I think that's the most beautiful thing.
Oh yeah, man, they're carrying the weight of an entire continent on their shoulders right now, but for every right reason. And the North African Kingdom's airline called this an historic qualification.
Oh yes.
And it definitely is. Now, they've also said the following: jumbo jets are going to be operating 30 return flights, leaving on Tuesday and Wednesday, all in time for the match. So everybody's coming together to make this one epic occasion. This is awesome.
Yeah, it's something big, and I think everybody should get around their TV at 9 o'clock and go enjoy that this evening. Now, Argentina booked their place in the final with a 3-0 win over Croatia. I know many people were also looking to Croatia to try and do another final berth for them, but of course, Lionel Messi opened the scoring from the penalty spot, and then of course Julian Alvarez went on to score 2 goals. I mean, it was fantastic, honestly, to watch, and it's one of those games. I think that Messi is one of those players where you think about his age, and then you watch him play, and you're like, this man was frozen in time.
Wow. Indeed, man. Look, the link-up that him and Alvarez had after the game yesterday was incredible. I mean, the assists, the goals. This is the biggest game I've seen Argentina play, and the best out of this entire World Cup. It's been phenomenal to see. I mean, the Argentinian players joined in on the celebrations, and their fans as well after the final whistle. Take a look at this. I mean, come on. This is what it's about. Woo! Oh, awesome stuff indeed. And I again, Carl, I had an opportunity to be amongst these fans.
I know. Are you going to brag about this again?
I got to mention it, man. They are insane. They have so much gear, so much power. It's electric out there. And this meant everything in the world to them, I'm so sure.
Well, those celebrations continued as fans left the ground as well. And all you heard is, Argentina, Argentina, Argentina. I mean, sure, you just take a look at these images. Wow.
You actually nailed it right there.
Yeah. Gracias. Yeah, gracias.
You're also there?
No, you know what? Let's go to a company in the UK, rather. Can we just change the subject? Because I wasn't in Qatar like this, man, but it's okay. A company in the UK is facing a major loss after purchasing, hear this, 18,000 T-shirts with England World Cup winners printed on the front. I love the positivity. Can we just give it to them? The positivity is the most important thing, right?
It is. But unfortunately, they're not able to break that curse that has stood for so long. Oh, Harry Kane.
Oh, man.
Do we speak about it?
No, please don't.
Let's just leave it in the past. Too soon, brother, too soon. Well, listen, the 3 Lions who were eliminated at the quarterfinal stage of the competition for a record 6th time after a 2-1 defeat to France. That's not a record you want to have, eh?
Not at all. But then again, Dorset-based businessman Carl Baxter wanted to sell T-shirts for £29.99 each. But now it's to shift them at a reduced price of around $9.99. Each following England's elimination. Of course, that's just the way it goes, but you know what? I love the positivity. That's all we're looking for.
I really do. I'm surprised that he can even sell those shirts, but I'm hoping that he does get some of his money back. But the money definitely is going to be on Morocco tonight, I think.
Wow.
Everybody's hoping
Morocco.
and praying that they come through. Obviously, like we mentioned, the African continent is waiting in bated breath for this one. I know this is a big one indeed. And of course, it's been an honor, man. An honor to watch them play.
No pressure. In fact, good morning, Qatar team. Thanks so much for joining us in the Feel Good Breakfast Show. We are going to be chatting to you very soon and giving you all the build-up to what is going to be an epic final. And let's hope that Morocco does the business tonight against France.
Yes.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Yes, Mzansi, welcome back to Feel Good Breakfast Show, and it is feeling so good in the festive right now, bringing all the magic. And speaking of, in just a few weeks, there's more magic coming through. It's the starter's gun, which fires for the 2023 Cape to Rio with the Alex Forbes Archangel, and it's a team that's been hard at work preparing for this race across the South Atlantic Ocean. This is huge.
What an adventure.
Yeah.
And Raul recently got an exclusive from the team to see exactly what goes into the preparations.
Alex Forbes stands for connecting today's aspirations with tomorrow's reality.
Yes, what is up, Mzansi? Now listen to this. Oh, I'm so excited because next year, 6 young South Africans are about to make history by entering the iconic 2023 Cape to Rio yacht race. And that's going to be happening on board the Alex Forbes Archangel. Now, the plan is to leave Cape Town on the 2nd of January 2023 and take on a 3,300 nautical mile journey along the South Atlantic Ocean all the way to Rio. And they're doing that with nothing but the crew's navigational skills and a lot of support from the nation. Now, in order to prepare for a journey like this, there's a lot of logistical, mental, and physical prep. So let's go see how the team's getting along. Well, Jennifer, it's great to chat to you. I know you have such an important role in this entire journey, right? So you obviously out here at the Royal Cape Yacht Club's Academy, you're doing work training these kids, you've seen their journey. Now, there's a lot that goes into a race like this. Preparation, preparation, preparation. And when it comes to mental prep and physical prep, I can imagine that must be of the utmost. How have you prepared them for this journey?
They know how to sail the boats. I don't have to worry about them being competent sailors. They know how to do that. I don't think I can gear them up for what it's not like there. They have to go and experience it. That's the way they're going to learn, is how they're going to experience it. And remember, they never sail, it's never all 6 of them together at the same time. They're always split into shifts. So it will only be 2 or 3 of them at a time. And they know each other. They've known each other for years.
I'm out here with Sibusiso, the skipper of the Cape to Rio, Alex Forbes Archangel, and man, what a journey this is going to be. I'm getting excited, but the question for me is, how do you both mentally as well as physically prepare for such an immense race like this?
The last 6 months we've been on the same boat. We're getting along very well, and I see a lot of love happening. And we're doing some team building where we do a lot of exercises, and yeah.
I love that. I love the fact that you actually are gelling together and getting along, because that's obviously important. I mean, being in such a confined space for that period of time, things can get quite interesting. My question, though, is more importantly, how would you describe what you've learned from your team? I mean, obviously everybody has these unique characteristics. What's been standing out for you?
I learned a lot. For example, I saw that we got different ideas when it comes to the boat. But all those different ideas come to one idea at the end of the day where we all agree on something. I think that's what really makes a team very strong.
Well, look, I have so much excitement right now, and I'm just going to wish you the best of luck for the rest of your journey as you prepare for this. I know it's going to be happening pretty soon, so get on with it, brother.
Thank you very much.
I think it's this culmination of passion amongst all these youngsters that's gotten them to this point in time, and passion beyond any other doubt that's making them believe that they're going to get to this finish line. For me, that's just absolutely impressive. I'm out here with Azile Akhosi. She is the only female in this crew, and I'm so excited to chat to her right now. Azile, how are you doing?
I'm good, thanks, and yourself?
I'm so good. Dying to find out more about this incredible journey. I mean, you're out there for quite a few days. I mean, anywhere between 3 weeks to less than a month. That's intimidating, and I have so many questions. Number one, you're gonna get quite hungry, right? So what do you pack for food? Is there an option to maybe pick food up along the way, or do you have to be very careful with how you pack?
We are crossing the ocean. We don't have a place to stop by, and then there's gonna be a shop where we buy food or water, whatsoever that we need. We need to take everything with us, like food, water, clothes, and everything needs to be on board when we leave, because we're only gonna stop when we cross the finish line. We're not stopping until we reach the finish line. So bearing in mind that all those things are gonna be adding more weight on the boat, so we can't take more, we can't take less. We've got to be so careful about that.
Right, so efficiency is definitely key here, but how much of each are you going to be taking, especially when it comes to water? I mean, is there a specific amount, or can you maybe make water? Is there, like, I think it's called a desalination process. Is that an option?
We don't have a water maker, so we're gonna take like liters of water with us. And then per day, per person, you can only have 2 liters of water.
Now let's not forget, you are still the only female in this crew. Has that still been an intimidating factor for you, or are you kind of feeling your own amongst everybody else?
Being the only female is nothing for me because I take them like my brothers. So I've known them, like I've raised with them a lot, like they're my brothers. It's not a problem for me being the only female.
I love the fact that you're doing this and you're absolutely inspiring not only young South Africans but women when it comes to the sailing and yachting community. So thank you for what you're doing, but I know you got a lot of prep to do, so I think you should get straight to it. Good luck.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Attempting a challenge like this is immense, and it's one that all South Africans can get behind. It's a story of adversity. It's about overcoming all these obstacles, each one of them having a unique moment that they've needed to overcome in order to get to this point in time. And for many South Africans, I mean, we're all faced with a challenge and we all have a huge dream. And right now, this young crew is living out that dream. They're about to attempt one of the biggest challenges of their lives. And I think that in itself is the inspiration that every South African can get behind.
How incredible is this journey? Honestly, I can't imagine what it must be like to be stuck in the ocean for like 25 days in total and trying to get all the way to Rio, but I believe in this team. They definitely are going to do it. Yes!
It's a journey of a lifetime, and we wish them all the best of luck, but I'm pretty sure we'll keep you updated once that gun fires. Well, listen, this is your Feel Good Breakfast show. We still have a lot more on its way.
Alex Forbes stands for connecting today's aspirations with tomorrow's reality.
Lots more. Now, let's take inspiration from Archangel and their team and unlock your 100%. You have 5 days left to enter to be on Crush's Unlock Your 100% TV show. It's going to be an amazing show. I love the presenter. Anyway, so best get recording your story and enter now. Whether you have a dream of becoming a foodie, an influencer, singer, florist, entrepreneur, whatever it is, Crush is about to unlock your 100% with an exciting new TV show where you could realize your potential and unlock your dreams. Crush wants to hear your stories, and this is how you can enter. Now, buy any Crush and follow the details on pack. Then, share a video of why you want to unlock your 100%. To the Crush WhatsApp line, you go to 082-857-8054 or upload it on and hashtag Crush, as in KRUSH. Plus, you stand a chance of winning your share of 500,000 rands worth of prizes. Enter now, and Crush could be making your dreams come true on the new TV show with an epic presenter. Let's unlock your 100%. Entries close on Sunday, 18th of December. Start dreaming and start unlocking your 100%.
Crush is about to unlock your 100%. On this exciting new TV show, you can realize your potential and live your dreams.
I dream of cooking in a 5-star restaurant.
I dream of singing to the world.
Buy any Crush and share a video of why it should be you to our WhatsApp line or upload it on our socials, tagging Clover Crush and hashtag Crush. Plus, you stand a chance to win your share of 500,000 rands worth of prizes. Crush, 100% goodness.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. It is your feel-good breakfast show, Expresso on S3. Well, listen, we need you to look good for the holidays because when you look good, you feel good. And I'm talking about kaftans, sunnies, straw hats, and flip-flops. These are just a few holiday capsule must-haves over the long weekend that is fast approaching us. Now, here to take us through her selection of holiday fashion staples is our fashion editor, Nox Mafu.
Hello.
I love the idea of a capsule wardrobe. I was thinking about that the other day because if you're going to go on a long trip, you need to be smart about what you pack.
Absolutely. I think when we think vacation, we want to take everything in the house because we really want to live in that state. But a capsule collection is so incredible because you choose the essential items that are going to make sure that you look absolutely incredible during your vacation, but also that you don't have to focus about carrying so many stuff. It really is about the location that you're at and choosing styles that will really do a lot more for what you need to do.
And you need things that can mix and match because you also don't want the same outfit in multiple photos.
Exactly.
That's not Instagrammable.
Exactly. Your IG needs to be popping. So what I love about all these items here, from women's fashion to men's fashion, we're seeing a lot of accessories and items that can really bolster up your look. So we've got the classic prints that are really coming in, incredible silhouettes. But the most important thing is to consider where you're going, what items, breathable materials that you want because you're on vacation, when you want to feel free. It's about choosing selects that really are going to heighten your fashion sense for vacation.
Yeah, well, we are going on vacation. Talk me through your rating.
Yes.
What can we add to our capsule wardrobe?
Okay, so for me now, in my mind, we're going on an island style.
Let's go to an island.
So I really enjoy the kaftans that they have here, and we've also got amazing scarves that are here. So we start off with these incredible breathable ones with incredible tassel prints. The embroidery dress is really having a moment at the moment.
But also embroidery in general.
Exactly, it's having a big comeback, and I love that it draws onto kind of like that 70s inspiration. So we're really seeing beautiful dresses like this. I really love the tie-back detail that's here, so you can show a little bit of skin, but really classic silhouettes from A-line to more your straight maxi dress. And then of course when you're by the pool, you need to make sure that you've got beautiful swimwear and kaftans, and this print is absolutely incredible.
I like the style as well because you can feel comfortable. Sometimes you want to be in your swimsuit but you don't want to be like completely naked.
Absolutely. And I think what I love is that it has different cuts. So as you saw there, that goes in on the waist. Here we've got a beautiful one that kind of flows, and you could pair this with an amazing full bodysuit, which also has amazing gold detail over here. And then of course we move over to the gents, who also need that versatility that
they do.
Exactly. So we were thinking about these beautiful swim shorts that come in an array of colors and prints. I also love that these are made of materials that do really well with water. So quick drying technology over there, but quite stylish. And of course you can pair that with a basic tee, or you can take something that's quite printed, and I like that versatility of it. So if I were to match those shorts with a shirt, he's ready to go out for drinks, on the island. And then we've also got something for more practical day-to-day by the beach. So really the versatility is here.
And speaking of versatility, is this now something you can pair the t-shirt underneath the buttoned up shirt?
You see what I'm saying, Zoe? You're already on it. So this is the one you can have.
It's like a different
open.
look.
Exactly, and you can get more from your outfit. So I really love that. But of course, we know that accessories heighten any fashion item. So from here, we've got an array of backpacks, shoes, and wallets that can really kind of get more for the style and the look that you have. But let's talk about those sunnies.
Let's talk about these sunnies. I believe you brought some models in.
Just to give you some inspiration, how you can put these things together. You are ready to look at the style here. So here we have this beautiful A-line dress that I called out earlier that is really nice. I love the back detail here, and we've of course added a straw hat just to give it that sense of elegance that we really love.
How cute's that little bow at the back?
Absolutely, give it a little swirl. And then of course we've got the glasses that you're also wearing just to give it that glam, and a handbag that is also comfortable but also plays into that leather, giving it a bit of punch and grunge, but really feminine, and the contrast here is really nice, making her absolutely ready for anything.
And so chic. I love wearing a hat because you also get away with a lot more, because beach days, your hair's not always perfect.
And the wind.
Throw a hat.
Ooh, exactly. And she looks absolutely elegant, and the confidence is there. And of course, if she were to take out that hat already, that dress in itself is a statement. She could wear it with heels. I love this look so, so much.
Very nice. So now that the ladies are sorted, let's make sure the gents also have
so
something
he is ready for anything by the beach. We've got a beautiful open shirt here, and I love that you called out that style of opening a t-shirt. So we've got the basic tee, and we've got a really nice print over there, but you could wear either one of them alone, which already gives you another outfit in that. Paired them with some beautiful shorts there, some easy to wear sandals, and he is ready for the beach, vacation, and just have a good time.
Both looks are so bright.
Exactly.
I'm going to keep these sunglasses on.
I think you should.
I love the selection of shoes that men also have.
Absolutely.
And like, I mean, you don't have to go boring with your colors, but you can go like staples.
Staples, exactly. And all of these things can also live much longer than the holiday period, which is so important. We've got great sneakers, we've got wonderful handbags that really show a versatility that you didn't know you needed. So whether it's vacation or for later on in the year, you've got the essential summer items.
Oh, well, listen, we've got all the essentials sorted. Thank you so much for joining us and showing us these incredible looks and, of course, how you can up your staples in your wardrobe. So stay trendy and dapper this holiday season with Woolworths. You can shop these items in store, online, and on the Woolies app. Or maybe steal these off my face.
That's good.
Yes, of course, and we are keeping the festive going right now. We're back in the kitchen, about to fill those bellies, and let me tell you, it is going to be delicious.
So, we've had classic fashion from Timby, classic cars, thanks Chad, and we've seen classic hairstyles. And you, Michael? Classic!
A classic range from Clover. Timeless taste.
Made with love by Clover.
Oh yes, as promised, it's going to be delicious. We're talking about eclairs, and they are popular pastries found in many French-inspired bakeries. Now, these delicate pastries are made using a base of pâte à choux, and with the creamy filling of clover custard, or the classic custard to be precise, they can easily be transformed into a festive centerpiece. Now, the only challenge is that choux pastry can be tricky to make, but I've got a solution for you. You may know her as a chef in the cupboard from S3's Yummy Show. We're talking about the extraordinary Afika Ngashimba in the building, and she's yet to show us how it's made. Good morning, lady. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Look how crazy everyone's going for you. Yes, she's back. It's been too many months. It's so good to have you in the kitchen again. You good?
I'm perfect.
You're feeling the festive here?
I'm feeling the festive season.
Oh, yes, and I know that this recipe is going to add to that. So what are we doing? How are we doing this? And I'm here to assist you as well, so let us serve him, Zanzi.
So this is my favorite easy stuff.
Okay.
So
I'm very intimidated by pastries, so I'm hoping that it's going to be as easy as you say.
Okay. So what we want is...
Yeah, pans on, okay?
My pan.
Here we go. Yeah, you had it there. That was right.
Really... Okay, there we go.
There we go, okay.
So what we want is to
pop some water in there.
Pour some water in there and add your butter.
All right.
So we just
normal butter, salted butter, doesn't matter?
Salted butter.
Okay.
Or maybe normal butter because we're adding salt.
Oh,
either way.
okay. Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So you want your butter to melt.
Yeah.
And then you want to bring this to a slight simmer, not too much.
Okay. So don't get it to like a boiling point.
Yeah.
Okay,
literally.
I got you.
And then you're going to add your salt.
Nice.
And then once it starts simmering,
yeah,
we're going to add our flour.
Okay.
So,
so what exactly is this process? Are we making the pastry now? Or?
We're making the pastry.
Ooh, the most intimidating part. This is what scares me.
We're making the pastry
Yeah,
now.
this is what, like, honestly though, this is where it really can come together or not, right?
Yeah.
Especially when you start getting all that good stuff on the inside, which we will be doing soon, but let's not skip ahead. Let's make sure that we get this step correct, all right?
Okay,
so the consistency you said you're looking for is kind of like not boiling, a little bit of a sizzle.
Yeah.
All right, I got you.
So maybe your guide would be maybe getting like bubbles on the side.
Okay.
And then you can just hoya your flour in there.
Hoya. Love it. Okay. So the flour's going in now?
So the flour will go in, and then what you want to do is mix quickly. All right.
Make sure it gets all involved there. Of course, Mzansi, if you are
Everything
wanting
there.
to know how much of each of these or anything involved in the recipe right now, then you can definitely head over to expressoshow.com. This recipe inspiration is there to serve you. And of course, we are going to be using something that I definitely want to speak about right now. It's our hero ingredient. It's the Clover Classic Custard. It's versatile and you can use it with various desserts, and it can also just be enjoyed on its own with that absolutely timeless taste. Now, right now, it's the hero ingredient in our classic style Eclair, and as you can see, it's something that's going to definitely bring this all to life. We're going to show you exactly how we're going to be using it, but before we do, we have to make sure that we get this first step correct, because this is the pastry that's going to tie it all together, and it looks like Afika's done just that.
Yeah.
Beautiful form, putting a little bit of elbow grease in that, right? Putting some
Literally.
coals, earning this dessert.
Okay, so what you want is a dough like this.
Oh, nice.
That is nice.
That was pretty quick. Wow, okay, I got you. That was a couple of seconds and we are doughed out.
And then we're going to put this aside just to cool down.
All right.
And once it's cooled down, we're going to beat some eggs.
Beat some eggs, all right. So is this fast forwarding into the future?
Yeah,
is that our
when
dough?
it's all cooled down.
All cooled down, you got the dough, and now you're going to add some eggs to it, all right?
Yeah.
Got
So
you.
we're adding one at a time.
One at a time, why is that?
So we don't want to add too much, and then we're getting a runny consistency. We want a nice and thick consistency going on there.
And this is still dealing with the pastry, right?
Yeah.
All right, this pastry, I'm telling you people, you've got to pay attention. If you get this right, your guests are going to lose their minds.
Okay. And then we're going to add one more.
Nice. Of course, if you
So
don't
you're
have a
looking
beautiful...
for-
Yeah, sorry.
Sorry, you're looking for not too runny consistency, but a thick consistency.
Okay, all right. So you obviously want to still be able to work with it.
Yeah.
Still want to shape it and do whatever you need.
We're going to pipe it, actually.
Pipe it?
Yes.
What?
Fun part.
We're piping
The best
a
part.
pastry. Okay. I don't think I've ever done that before. That's going to be quite interesting.
Okay.
Consistency-wise on this, what are you kind of looking for? Like you mentioned, obviously not too lumpy, but not too smooth at the same time. But you still want to be able to essentially
pipe it.
Okay,
yes.
that makes sense. All right, I got you.
Okay, so once this is all mixed up,
Yeah.
we're going to add it in a piping bag.
Yeah.
And then you're going to pipe it in onto your baking tray. So you line up your
So
baking
you like
tray.
piping little pieces?
Yes.
Okay, I
yes.
got you.
So you're going to pipe it up, and then you're going to put it into your oven at 190 degrees for like 10 minutes.
All right.
And then once it's done, which is so amazing.
Yeah.
Okay, well, once it's done,
Okay.
here.
While you're busy with that, I'm obviously here to serve you. What can I do on this side?
So I would like you to chop this up into smaller pieces,
Okay.
like really, really small
All right.
pieces, because we're going to pipe that in there.
Oh, that's going inside.
That's going
All right.
inside.
Let me do that quickly so I'll slice
also
it up.
what's going in
I've
with
got the
that
cream. Yeah.
is our cream
Okay.
and our Clover Classic custard.
Our classic, of course, and definitely this is the time where you can definitely grab a bowl and just start chowing some on the side because it's that good just on its own. It's an absolute classic, and I know everybody's going to love it. All right,
This
so
is my favorite, actually.
I've just chopped up the strawberries. This obviously goes into the mix
Into
with the
the
cream,
mix,
right? Is
but I
this
just
all
want
that's
to-
going on the inside?
Yeah.
Let's fast forward into time. Essentially, once we've done that, you've got this inside our pastry that's just come out of the oven. I see you've got the potential to then kind of maybe really drizzle it with some chocolate, maybe get something fancy going. And essentially, it starts looking like something. Let me bring you over to this side of Mzansi. Looks like something as good as this. It's an eclair that is coming from absolute heaven. And if you want to try some of this, my friends, don't worry. We got you covered because here's a recap. Enjoy.
Made with love by Clover.
Sensodyne, repair, and protect with deep repair. The science is pretty amazing. It really goes deep and repairs tooth sensitivity. The science is there. It's going to improve their quality of life in a big way. This is the first thing I recommend.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome to Feel Good Breakfast Show, Expresso here on S3. And if you're wondering, come on now, it's festive season. David Watkins is about to strengthen that particular sentiment, given the fact that Christmas in Cape Town is a song that's reimagined. It was a classic a while ago, but of course, it's the spirit of the mother city in the festive season, and it's great to have songs that really give you a connection to the city you are in. So many of these songs are all about winter, but now we got something for summer just for you. And the feeling of Christmas, I can even feel it here on my neck. The song aims to unite the people of the city and celebrate its diversity. So for your enjoyment and to get you in the festive feels, here's David Watkins and Christmas in Cape Town.
You won't see any snowfall at this time of year. No reindeer in the valley as the mistletoe appears. And underneath the blue sky is a perfect summer's day, with beaches filled with people, all the beauty on display. 'Cause when it's Christmas in Cape Town, it's happiness and joy, and smiles upon the faces of grand parade. We'll see the minstrels dancing with an umbrella for shade. In the nighttime there'll be music and new people you can meet, and the lights will shine down brightly all the way down Adley Street. And there's not another place I'd rather be. When it's Christmas in Cape Town, there's happiness and joy, and smiles upon the faces of every boy and girl. And the sun is shining brightly over mountains and the seas. When it's Christmas in Cape Town, it's a special place to be. And the sun is shining brightly over mountains and the seas. When it's Christmas in Cape Town, it's a special place to be. The sun is shining brightly over mountains and the seas. But when it's Christmas in Cape Town, it's a special place for me.
Merry Christmas!
Merry Christmas, David Watkins! I feel like whenever I'm here, I just feel like I'm getting more festive. It's the most amazing thing. David Watkins, Christmas in Cape Town, added that to your festive playlist ASAP. As we get into news from around the world, Ryle is standing by.
Oh, I absolutely love it. It's just gone on the hour. Perfect timing is, of course, time one last time to take on the national duties right now. And starting with national news, President Cyril Ramaphosa yesterday praised thousands of police service trainees who graduated as constables, saying they now had a duty to serve and protect the people of South Africa. Now, Ramaphosa was speaking at the start of the three-day nationwide graduation ceremonies in Attridgeville, Tshwane. Now, the 10,000 trainees completed their basic police development program training in September. And he told them that what they had signed up for was not a job, but a calling that demanded commitment beyond the call of duty. Definitely, indeed. Now, carrying on with national news headlines, Gauteng Premier Panyaza Lesufi says the Special Investigation Unit's investigation has revealed that the suspended chief executive of Tembisa Hospital on the East Rand, Ashley Mtunzi, who approved applications for fraudulent and illegal payments. Now, Lesufi briefed the media in Midrand about investigations into maladministration, fraud, and corruption at the hospital and other institutions. Now, Lesufi said it was found that fraudulent service providers did business with the Gauteng Department of Health at Tembisa Hospital. Now, this has resulted in the hospital being prejudiced over 850 million rand. Well, from our national news headlines, we head over to international news, and at least 50 people have died in the Congolese capital, Kinshasa, after heavy rains led to flooding and landslides. Now, many neighborhoods were completely flooded, roads were washed away, and sinkholes appeared due to the rain over a large area of the Democratic Republic of Congo. Now, the high loss of life in Kinshasa, one of the largest cities on the continent, is attributed to poorly regulated rapid urbanization that leads more easily to flash floods during increasingly heavy rains, and this all due to climate change. Sticking to international news, 8 ships loaded with grain left ports in Ukraine's Odessa region after a pause caused by power cuts following Russian missile strikes. Now, the Ukrainian Infrastructure Ministry had the following to say yesterday. Now, as a result, the Black Sea port of Odessa and other ports authorized to export grain under a deal reached by Moscow and Kiev, despite Russia's invasion, could not operate or do so only partially. Now, some 550 vessels with food had left Ukrainian ports so far, exporting 13.8 million tons of Ukrainian agricultural products to Asia, Europe, as well as Africa. Well, on news of a lighter and more exciting note indeed, the Care for Wild Rhino Sanctuary is a rehabilitation center situated in Mpumalanga where the dedicated staff rescue, rehabilitate and ultimately release orphaned rhinos as well as a wide range of other wild animals such as zebras and giraffes. So, when rhino monitors in the intensive protection zone of the sanctuary reported a young giraffe calf with a severe limp who was struggling to keep up with the rest of the group, help was called in. Now, with the support of Save Giraffes Now, Doctors Chris Smith and Hayden Cuthill, all the way from wildlifevets.com, joined the Care for Wild team to immobilize the young giraffe. Now, a large thorn was found embedded deep in the soft tissue of the hoof of the front right foot, and the thorn was removed, and the wound was cleaned and dressed. Now, long-acting antibiotics and pain relief was also given, and after the reversal drugs were given, the giraffe quickly rejoined the others with a heavily bandaged hoof and no pain. Well, absolutely beautiful stuff indeed. I'll leave you with the rest of the headlines. Here's the latest when it comes to traffic, and Zoe standing by.
Thank you, Ral. And we start off with traffic in KZN. There are trucks queuing on the R34 Ross Highway, and that's towards export facilities at Richards Bay. Expect delays. And in Germiston, Johannesburg, there's an accident on the N3 northbound. It's after Van Buren Road. 4 lanes are closed. Expect heavy delays this afternoon. It's best to use an alternative route this morning. And that's your traffic on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. And let's start off with some local news. Disaster management officials in the Western Cape were yesterday still assessing flood damage in several areas of the province following heavy rainfall. The West Coast, Breda Valley, Boland, Cape Winelands, Garden Route and Little Karoo regions have especially been affected severely. One of the worst hit areas was Paarl. The town and surrounds had 70 to 80 millimeters of rain in less than an hour. The Cape Town Metro closed the Steenbras Nature Reserve after Clarence Drive at Gordons Bay was flooded due to the persistent heavy rain. The road, which provides access to the reserve, is closed in the interest of public safety. The closure also affects the popular hiking trail in the park. The trail will only be reopened once it has been declared safe. More rain is forecast for Friday and Saturday, and emergency teams remain on standby for further assistance. Well, for your final weather update this morning, let's look at those sunrise views. Ava Bula from Umhlanga shared this stunning view from their balcony. Look at the green grass to the orange sky, just beautiful. And then Pat Sunkel showing off palm trees to pink skies. It looks like it's going to be a magical day in Montclair. Then we have Kurt Kruger in Botasig snapping this violent-inspired view from his garden while enjoying some hot chocolate. Diane van Hoven sharing a real holiday feel from Thailand. Oh, just making us all jealous. Diane, enjoy your holiday and that walk on the beach. Well, if you have a beautiful sunrise view that you'd love to share with us, our number's on your screen right now. It's 063-408-8863. Let's get into today's temperatures. Polokwane, your low is 17, your high 27. Mbombela, 18, 28. If you're in Pretoria, 16 is your low, 27 your high. Johannesburg 14, 25, Mahikeng 17 with a high of 30, Klerksdorp 17 reaching a high of 29. Kimberley 18, 29, Bloemfontein 14, 28. If you're in Richards Bay, 23 is your low, 32 your high. Pietermaritzburg 18 reaching a high of 31. Durban 23 with a high of 20, Mthatha 17 with a high of 29, East London 19, 25, Cradock 16 with a high of 35 for today. Gqeberha, your low is 18, your high 25. George, 17, 25. Cape Town, 19, 25. If you're in Worcester, 17 is your low, 32 your high. Sutherland, 12, 27. And Uppington, 22, with a high of 38 degrees Celsius. And that's where I leave your weather on your Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Lovely weather there. Hey, I like it. It's hot here in parts, but it's important to actually look after yourself and give yourself a dose of care, if you think about it. In fact, it's time to share one at the moment. We have a dose of care for you. We have a very deserving viewer. Now, Panado South Africa gives you a chance to win 2,000 Rand by nominating someone close to you who has shown great care in your life over the past year and who you think deserves their own dose of care. Today we have our winner on the line.
Yes,
but first,
please.
who is the winner, Al?
The winner is, drum roll, Angeline Peter! Yes!
Yes! Woo! Good. Wow. I just heard excitement. That's it.
It definitely sounds like you're happy. Angeline, how are you doing?
I'm good.
Look here, you are the best winner we've ever had. I love the excitement. You're laughing, you're giggling, it's important, but you said something so beautiful, and I think that's important to actually read it out. So, a mother and a daughter share a special bond engraved in their hearts forever. Your daughter, Chloe, commented this: I nominate my mother. She has been my pillar of strength my entire life. She is an amazing role model to me. Her strength has no limitations. She has faith even in impossible situations. She believes that it will work out for the best. She carries herself with such grace and precision and stands strong even when life throws stones at her. She builds castles with it. She deserves to be spoilt and treated like the queen she is. Hashtag Panado SA, hashtag a dose of care. Ooh.
Wow. Wow, wow, wow.
You almost got the waterworks going here.
Honestly, this is incredible. I mean, I love this message. It is so true, so pertinent at the same time. But can you tell us more about the person you've nominated to receive this dose of care? I know you've said so much already, but I mean, what exactly do they mean to you? This is so beautiful.
Oh, I haven't got words to express myself. I'm dumb. I'm gone.
I think you're overcome with emotion, which I would be too. But I believe do we have Chloe on the line? Hi, Chloe.
Hi.
Okay, now you obviously brought Angeline to tears here, hey, which is great. So please tell me about this person that you've nominated to receive this dose of care. Why is Angeline the best?
Oh, she's my best because obviously she's my mother and she's always been there for me like my entire life, and no matter what happens, she's like the only person that never leaves. She's always there, and I feel like that she deserves this money to spoil herself.
Definitely does deserve it. I absolutely can't think of a better reason why. Angeline, if you are still there, what does a dose of care mean to you?
It means to me, I don't have words to express myself. I'm so thankful for this child, and she is a dose of care in my life.
Oh, lovely.
I love it.
And I mean, just to make sure that you heard what Angeline said, she said she's so grateful for Chloe, and a real dose of care is probably having Chloe as a daughter. Yeah. I think that's the whole connection there. So to both of you ladies, thank you so much for showing so much love and care. This is what we're all about in your Feel Good Breakfast Show with Panado. So thanks a lot and enjoy the cash this festive season.
Have a beautiful one.
Okay, thank you very much. We do appreciate it.
You can just feel the emotion.
Yes, I'm feeling it now. I'm actually holding back a bit. Not gonna lie.
I can feel it, man.
But this is what it's all about, eh? It really is.
This is honestly what it's all about. It's our greatest blessings, and those are the ones that are around us. So here's the advice for you. Hold them tight, extra tight, and give them an extra dose of love.
Being a parent can be challenging, but stepping out is when things get real complicated. That's why new Panado Pediatric Syrup 5 ml sachets are here to make the job easier. They're really convenient to pack and easy to use, so you're always prepared for pain and fever, anytime, anywhere. Panado, a dose of care.
Defeat your mucus monster. Mucofizz. Loosen mucus and phlegm for clearer airways. Brought to you by Pharmadynamics.
Are you looking for love but struggling to meet the right person for you? Love is Love is an exciting new dating reality TV show that could help you find your match. WhatsApp a video introducing yourself and what you're looking for in a partner to 068 479 1441 and you could be selected to take part in the TV show. Enter now on 068 479 1441. Love is Love, coming soon to SABC2.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Yes, Mzansi, let's carry on with the Festive. Here's welcome back, your Feel Good Breakfast Show. And of course, with the Festive being here, we all want to spoil our loved ones this Christmas. I definitely do, but that doesn't mean breaking the bank. Oh, I like the sound of this. Now, Woolworths has a range of gifts that will surprise and delight at every price. I mean, I'm talking about every price. Listen to this. Here to take us through some gifting solutions for under 100 Rand, 200 Rand, and 250 Rand. Yes, how awesome is that? We've got our favorite chef, Clem, in the building. Brother, 2 weeks away from Christmas. Take us through some of the options here, man. Let's start. Can we break this down into price categories maybe? We talk about what do you got for $100? What do you got for, can we do that?
Believe it or not, we did that.
Oh,
we did that.
Man, it's just out here serving. Thank you, thank you. Okay, what do we got?
Under 100, under 200, under 250. So,
are you serious?
Yes.
What?
So what I did was I interviewed all our live crew. Yeah. I got to know them a little better.
Okay.
And I put together gifts for all of them. So let's go through some of the gifts that I'm going to be putting into their Christmas stocking this festive season. Okay. Starting with under 100, we've got the beautiful travel bag. Okay, texture travel bag. Oh, even if you are not traveling far, if you're traveling from the lounge to the kitchen this festive season, do it in style.
Do it in style.
Get the travel bag, okay? And while you're making that journey, this hand needs to have the coffee mug in it. So we've got the beautiful two-tone textured coffee mug. And these are This is kind of the message for the festive season.
Yeah?
It's going to be me time. It's going to be me time.
I think we all need that.
You know what?
We all need that.
It's you time.
Yes,
It's for you.
It's now me time.
Then we got the beautiful crunchies in the tin, and these tins, again, they are taking the nation by storm. Every year, people wait to see the new designs. The new tins are going to be coming out.
It's becoming like a collector's edition almost. It's like, you've got to have one of every range, I see.
You do. It's the truth. So then we also got the beautiful hoop earrings because you have to, you got to bling. From the time you wake up in the morning of this festive season, you have to bling.
You want to shine so bright that you almost look like you should be put on that Christmas tree.
Stop it.
You like that?
I love that. I love that. So that's my under 100. My last one is the beautiful Christmas socks.
Nice.
Okay? It's kind of like, remember you used to when we were younger have those mood rings? Now we wear funky socks to let people know about our moods.
That's very true. That's
the truth.
Point.
That's the truth.
I must just say, under $100, well, for $100, essentially, all these options. I thought you were going to give me like one thing. This is pretty awesome.
This
is cool.
No, we've got more for you. We've got more for you. Under 200, okay? We've got the travel mug double wall, so it keeps the hot things hot, cold things cold.
Ooh,
I absolutely love it. I'm just putting it out there. It fits perfectly into my car slot. Boom. That's the mug we all need to get.
That matte black look. That's just going to go with almost everything.
That's also my vibe.
Classy.
Yes.
We keep it classy.
Coming through with the beautiful L'Oreal lipstick, color rich, and it's not just about the aesthetic. It's about the moisturizing properties in there as well, okay? Because you're going to be talking, you're going to be doing things, you need to look fly, stay moisturized.
And we also have hot summers here when it comes to Christmas, especially. So that's definitely something that's going to work, yeah.
Beautiful slippers, because slippers you cannot go wrong with for the festive season. Again, the biscuit tin's amazing. This is the one for under 250. This tin is amazing. It's a work of art on its own. And then a lovely scented candle. You got to set the mood. I love that. Then we got the men's faux leather wallet because in 2023, we will not only have money, we won't only screenshot, we will have money to buy.
We're going to make this thing full.
It's going to be full. Talking about having things filled up for the new year. Got the beautiful jewelry case. You're going to get the jewelry case, and literally by the end of January, just for all the gifts and love you're going to get, it's going to be full. It's going to be full. So get a beautiful jewelry box. Then we want you to glow and be as festive as a Christmas tree. So we got the Sun Glow beautiful palette over here. Nice. All the shades. I got confirmation from everyone behind the scenes. They were like, this is the one to get. This is the one to get. Then I've got Lazy Makoti. She is an absolute...
Oh, nice.
She's got her own range in woolies now. So we're going with a Lazy Makoti. This is for her... These are for the scones, I think. This is the one that we got there. Yeah. Again, this bowl is so stunning.
What is this? It even comes with a little like...
It's her signature colors, the red and the white, which just also happen to be the colors of the festive season. So she's come through.
Nice.
So I interviewed her a little earlier, and from what I got, you were loving your outfit, but you were saying you just want to bring a little bit of pizzazz in there, so I got you the beautiful Panama hat.
Oh, thank you.
Can you just flash for the people?
This on. What do you think?
Yeah.
Panama, where's my yacht, baby?
Where's my yacht?
Where's my keys to the yacht, baby?
I don't think you understand how good you look like right now, my man. It's almost like you're gonna either sell me your yacht or you're just inviting everyone out to the yacht for the day.
I'm no longer selling Bitcoin, Carl. It's all about yachts now.
He's now more than Bitcoin. So what I've done is, I feel like, depending on your budget, I've delivered on every single category this festive season.
You have.
Something that you can wear, something that you can enjoy with a family, something to create an ambiance. We have the selection for you this festive season. And as I always do, I'm gonna ask you out of the bunch, what's your favorite?
I don't know. I'm feeling this hat right now, to be very honest.
It's giving me a little Pablo Escobar
vibe. The vibes, man.
Yes,
yeah, right.
I love it. I love it. It's amazing.
I'm blown away because I challenged you to see if you could come up with anything when it comes to great gifting in this price range, and you've absolutely blown me away with the amount of options we have. It's not just for one type of person, it's for anybody right now, and I love that. Thank you so much for coming through, serving us, and making Christmas shopping that much easier. And for you, Mzansi, you can also make everyone feel special with gifts at incredible prices at Woolworths, in-store, online, and of course, on the app. And on top of this, to make your day a little bit more festive, you're gonna stand a chance to win a 1,000 Rand Woolies gift card. Yes, please, bring it on. How you do this, simply reply to the competition post at the Expresso Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram page and tell us, what last-minute Woolies gift would you like to receive? Maybe it's one of these. I don't know. Let us know. And don't forget to use the hashtag Woolies Christmas. The competition closes today at midnight. And the T's and C's can be found at expressoshow.com. Cheers.
Oh, well, listen, we are beginning to taste a lot like Christmas. And we have all of the traditional favorites. I'm talking about from gammon to duck and Christmas cake to trifle. Now, Chef Clem here is here to show us how to create a classic Christmas table that's load shedding friendly. I love that because that's now something we need to keep in mind. Last year I didn't have my stove, so I had to choose ingredients and a menu that was based on my appliances ready.
Okay.
Now we're going to put the spotlight on being load shedding friendly.
Very relevant right now. So let's just talk through some of the festive favorites. We've got the hamper. I mean, the Christmas hamper, it's a classic. It's a classic. We've got the festive and we've got the classic in stock, which have everything that you need for when it comes to the meats for the festive season.
What's included? We've got gammon. Do you have tongue?
We got. Let's just go through it. Okay, so this one's got, it's got the corned beef, it's got the gammon, and it's got, what's the pork belly. The pork Because the pork belly is so good. And all of these meats you can do on the brine. I'm gonna tell you how in a little bit. And the other one has got what you're talking about, which is the tongue, the corned beef, and the gammon. Love that. We've got the duck stuffed with the mushroom duck salt. It is delicious, so good. I'm gonna show you what it looks like when it's done in a bit. And then we've got all the gammons, talking about the sliced, ready-to-eat gammon. We've got the deboned gammon. We've got the smoked, ready to cook, it's already been cooked for you, sorry, ready to just glaze and make amazing. We've spoken about the showstopper, which we have on that beautiful platter over there. And there's certain tips and tricks that you can do to kind of get it ready on the braai. And the first thing that I want to talk about is this beautiful new cast iron range from Woolies, okay? So perfect size for getting your gammon in there, or your duck, or your chicken, and it goes on the braai.
So when you say load shedding friendly, it's like we're gonna cook our gammon on the braai. I don't think I've ever heard of that.
So because it's already cooked, all you're gonna do is then glaze it. So what I do is add a little bit of stock to the pot, put my gammon in there, and I pour the glaze over. Then I put it on the braai. Okay, get the lid on. And to get that glaze nice and jammy and sticky as it's supposed to be, I put a few coals on the top.
On top of your cast iron?
Because you can. It's cast iron. So it goes beautifully like glaze just like this. You heat your gammon through. Same thing with the chicken. If you want to actually roast the chicken, do it in the pot on the braai. Your duck as well. Get it in the pot. I like adding a little bit of stock. I feel like the flavor of the duck, whatever you're cooking, actually goes into the stock, which gives you then almost a sauce to pour over the meat as well.
Fantastic. So I'm looking at this duck that is beautifully stuffed. Is this how you get it from Woolies? You just follow the cooking instructions?
Right, it's already stuffed for you, already stuffed and trussed, which is all the stringage bit around keeping it all together. All you have to do is follow the instructions and then oven, or like we said now, you can do it on the braai, air fry absolutely, and it comes out looking so perfect and so delicious.
It's like something from a magazine that you can just put on your own Christmas.
Funny you'd say that, because if you look at the amazing spread we have in the catalog now, they've actually gone as far as giving you styling tips already. So you just have to apply. It's like color by numbers for food.
But look at this. Here in front of us, we've got our gorgeous gammon. We used some blueberries and grapes, and we just dusted some of the blueberries with some gold edible food dust. We've got our broccoli, and this is the tender stems.
Tender stem broccoli. So we've taken the pistachios and we've also dusted them in gold dust, because this is the one time of the year. Actually, no, every day should be the time, but especially now where you can just gild everything in gold.
Let's do it.
Would you like to gild some raspberries in gold?
Yes, please.
We've got some raspberries over there. It should be open for you already. I'm going to give you a knife. Oh, you got it, you got it.
Open it like that.
Pop them into the little bowl. And you can maybe, because it's a smaller bowl, you can maybe just do like 5 or so. Perfect. If you have a bigger bowl, just add them all to the bowl. And then you're going to take your gold shimmer dust. It's edible. And you just sprinkle it.
You don't need a lot.
You don't need a lot.
I always make the mistake of overthrowing, and then you end up just wasting dust.
So I buy quite a lot of this over the festive season. Oh,
Does it go over everything?
Everything.
I'm trying not to spill it.
But I'm also quite intentional, but extra. Like before the guests come, I'll sprinkle some in the air, and they walk in and like, what's this magical gold glow in the air? Because it does float in the air as well.
Does float.
You're doing it right. You can give it a little. You can be a little more generous with it. And then once you get it in there, you give the bowl a little shaky shake, and you'll see it'll just coat it. It's beautiful.
I just did a little bit because I always feel like you do too much, and then you just give it a good coat.
There we go. I do this with chuckles as well.
Oh yes.
Gold chuckles, absolutely.
So where should we put these?
You can add them to our beautiful mince pies that we have over there. We've got some raspberries in there already and some custard into the bowl. And then we're just feeling extra as we are. We've added some rose gold leaf now. It just adds a little bit of pizzazz, and it's a one time of the year again where you just can't do that.
So, Clem, you were talking about amazing deals. So I know that Woolies currently has 2 gammons at 20% off if you're a regular customer, and if you're a rewards member, you get 25% off when you buy 2. And this is for the gammons as well as the festive hampers.
Absolutely. And I think now's the time to actually stock up. Get it ready for the festive season. As Raul and I said earlier, it's also good to practice your dishes. So maybe you want to have a
trial run.
Call it a Friendsmas. Have a Friendsmas, which is like a pre-Christmas event where you get everyone together, so to celebrate the time with them, and you get to trial all your dishes. So the tender stem broccoli is really amazing because it comes with the butter already.
It comes with the butter that you need, and you just pop that onto a nice little pan.
A nice pan. So again, because it is cast iron, add a little bit of water to it, lid goes on, and I pop it on the fire. And that water helps it steam, and then it does evaporate, and what you're left with is all that butter and the beautiful green broccoli.
And it goes like that, it's a vibrant green that the broccoli turns when it's ready.
As you can see, it stays that vibrant color. If you want it to be a little extra, which is you're allowed to do, I actually char my broccoli from raw on the fire first, then put it in the pan so it has like an extra smoky flavor. It just adds so much dimension to the dish. Like I said, the blueberries go so well with the gammon. We gilded all the blueberries, gilled everything this festive season. This is the best ever gammon as we cooked earlier this week.
And what do we have here?
Yes, how could I forget? So what we've done is we've taken sugar, just sugar, popped it into a pan and started melting it and gave it a little swirl. Once it turns this beautiful amber color, we pour it on some baking paper, let it sit for about a minute. Just before when it just starts getting a bit hard or thickening.
So you can shape it.
You shape it, and you get this beautiful caramel crown. Would you like to crown our beautiful
mint spice?
So I
just place it on top?
Yes.
So I don't break it, I don't...
Oh, it's actually not that fragile. He says that, and then, you know, things happen on TV, but no, it's actually not that fragile.
Just put it down like
this? Yes, perfect. Perfect. Ooh. That was so artistic. It's a vibe.
Artistic.
There we go.
Artistic with our rose gold.
I love it. So it just adds so much texture to your table. Now you're stuck, hey, the golden touch. Amazing.
It is the golden touch.
It adds so much personality to your table. It becomes a centerpiece on its own. And hopefully people get some gold stuck on their fingers. And then by the time they go home, they look like a disco ball, which is also fun.
Well, every family, I feel like, sometimes has that one grumpy person around the Christmas table or any lunch table. So just sprinkle them with some gold.
Sprinkle them with gold dust, with the gold leaf. Absolutely. And these are, by the way, our best ever fruit mince pies made with butter, traditional recipes, local vine fruit.
Chef Clem, we have 30 seconds left. I feel like we can't have these beautiful knives in front of you and you cannot cut me a piece of gammon.
Oh, yes. Absolutely.
But for you at home, if you want to get your hands on these items, make sure you go to woolworths.co.za. Make use of these incredible deals that's available, because that is what's going to make the difference this festive season. Look how beautiful this gammon is looking.
Look at the juices.
Oh, it's festive.
It's festive. Oh, my goodness.
Head on over to woolworths.co.za.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
It is your feel-good breakfast show, and, you know, talking about feeling good, let's turn our attention to our health. Now, if you suffer from indigestion, you may experience symptoms like abdominal pain or feeling of the fullness in your stomach, or, you know, that type of pressure. It's terrible. Now, gastroenterologist Edouard Dietlefs is here to chat more about this, because although indigestion is common, each person may experience it in a slightly different way. Edouard, an honor to have you on our couch.
Thank you, Cole. Much
good time.
appreciated.
A good time for it, eh? Because we're about to go into a festive season where we make all the great decisions when it comes to eating, don't we?
I'm hoping not to be the guy to tell you not to eat the Christmas pudding. Maybe not all of it, but we'll get there.
Oh, okay. Well, let's start off with something simple. When it comes to indigestion as a concept, what actually causes it?
So, Cole, indigestion is a symptom complex, so it's not one disease. There's a whole spectrum of serious illnesses, for instance, diseases of the stomach, stomach ulcers, stomach cancer, other organs, gallstones, pancreas diseases. But fortunately, mostly it's caused by minor irritation, and you also get something called functional dyspepsia, which is actually a sensitivity of the stomach, where there's nothing physically wrong. And there are lots of things that can contribute to that.
So how would you identify indigestion? You know, what type of symptoms are you looking for? I know I mentioned the fullness and abdominal pain. Are there any others?
So people mean different things by indigestion, so it's very important to actually tease out what they mean. But what we understand by indigestion, and the medical term is dyspepsia, or in plain English, upset stomach, is this gnawing, discomfort, burning, pain in the upper abdomen, so somewhere between the breastbone and the belly button. And very often associated with that is this feeling of fullness. You can't finish your meal. You feel bloated, full afterwards with some nausea, rarely vomiting, maybe some burping, irritation. And those are the typical symptoms.
So indigestion and heartburn are often in the same WhatsApp group, so to speak. You know, I think people talk about it like it's the same thing, but what differentiates those two concepts?
So by heartburn, we mean this burning sensation. It's actually a misnomer. It's got nothing to do with the heart. So it's this burning sensation behind the breastbone, caused by stomach acid, not staying in the stomach, but moving past the valve between the food pipe and the stomach up into the food pipe. And the food pipe is not supposed to have acid in it, so it's not resistant to stomach acid like the stomach is. So you get this sensation, So heartburn is one of the cardinal symptoms of GORD or GERD, gastroesophageal reflux disease, which you might have heard of. And other symptoms there are regurgitation, so this sensation of food and liquid pushing up into the throat, often spontaneously, but sometimes also when you go and lie down, sometimes after the Christmas lunch.
Yes, the lie down, the itis, as some people would call it, though. But let's talk about the treatment of indigestion. What are some of the ways we can help, you know, sort of avoid all that discomfort?
So there are lifestyle and dietary factors. So we know that eating too much at a sitting, overeating can lead to symptoms. Certain foods, especially sort of spicy and fatty foods, unfortunately, you know, too much caffeine, alcohol, fizzy drinks, those all contribute. Smoking is a big no-no. Alcohol. Very often painkillers, anti-inflammatories, and sometimes other medications. And then a big contributor is stress and anxiety. So managing it looks at those lifestyle and dietary factors. So obviously avoiding all those bad things. Or in moderation. The stress component is an important one because what's happening up here sort of reflects in your stomach. So, you know, things like getting enough sleep, exercising, going on holiday if you can, relaxation techniques like meditation. Those are all important. And then, one can look at medication if the lifestyle and the conservative measures don't work. So very often one tries an over-the-counter antacid medication, which often is enough. There's a role to play for herbal medications. Home remedies, for instance, something like peppermint oil. There's lots of evidence that works very well.
My grandmother used to give that to me.
Your grandmother is often right in these situations. And then if all else fails, you know, there are prescription medications. One of the big groups of medications are the PPIs, or proton pump inhibitors, that basically switches off the acid production in the stomach.
Wow. A lot of information, but great information at that. I also like your list of things to avoid, because you basically described the entire festive season list. But it's okay. I think what you mentioned was moderation, which I do appreciate.
Yes, I think listen to your grandmother. Everything in moderation.
We have to. But Edwin, thanks a lot for the inspiration and information. I think it's going to be a great festive season. I know that everybody kind of gets into a bit of a slump because of this overindulgence, but maybe the word moderation this festive season, that I feel like that could be the real tonic when it comes to looking after ourselves. So thanks a lot for the information. Thank you.
My pleasure. Thank you.
Edwin Dietlifs, gastroenterologist, knows a lot about the festive. It's not all about avoidance, but moderation too. But I can tell you that you can reach for relief. If you think about citrus soda, it is going to be one of those things, as mentioned, an over-the-counter. And in fact, it's brought to you by Adcock Ingram OTC, sponsors of Brave. This festive, make sure you got the backup of citrus soda and have a good time.
Oh, thank you, Wasey. Well, listen, like you said, Citra Soda, in proud association with Adcock Ingram OTC, sponsors of Brave, has been giving you the chance to win 2,000 Rand daily by answering the weekly competition question. And this week, we want to know what makes you super.
Indeed, we did. And everybody came through with so many answers, but there can only be one. Yes, one lucky winner. And this morning, our winner is Unati. Now, I absolutely love this comment that came through, and it goes like this. I'm super because I always make sure my health comes first. I exercise regularly and eat foods that are good for my health. Hashtag citrus soda.
How
I love
amazing.
that. Simple as that. Yeah.
Great advice. Keep it simple. Don't overcomplicate it. But Unati, congratulations. That 2,000 Rand cash prize is yours. We'll make sure that you get it. And how exciting is that?
It is. I think this is so awesome, especially for people at this time of the year. They definitely could do with this extra cash. But at the same time, you could do with keeping things simple and living healthy, just like Zoe's mentioned.
Well, this amazing competition, it closes at the end of the week. So you still stand a chance to be a winner of 2,000 Rand cash. And here is how you can enter. Make the most of your festive season and celebrate without the fear of heartburn or indigestion spoiling it. Citra Soda's daily giveaway of 2,000 Rand cash will let you fizz up your fun. Citra Soda is in proud association with Adcock Ingram OTC, sponsors of Brave. Enter every Monday to Friday, November 14th to December 16th.
Yeah, and answer the weekly competition question on the Expresso Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram page, and include the hashtag CitroSoda. Now, your T's and C's can be found on expressoshow.com, and that's Citro Soda, available in original and cranberry.
Welcome back. It is your Feel Good Breakfast show. And if there's one thing you want to know and you need the truth, the only person you should ask is a child who could be more credible and trustworthy than kids themselves, right?
Oh, definitely, definitely. Now, SA's coolest kids, Valdo and Alvanda, I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly, but we're going to find out right now. But they met up with Fez in store to tell him which toys should be on every parent's shopping list and every kid's wish list too. Now, this is all part of the Games Kids Toys Club. Oh, let's check it out.
It's that time of the year when the festive shopping has commenced, and those pesky naughty elves keep popping up everywhere. Now I know, the thought of finding the perfect gift for the kids can be quite a daunting prospect, but not to fear, we've brought in the experts who are going to walk us through the must-haves for the season here at Games Kids Toys Club. We have some of the coolest influencers in South Africa, and yes, they are kids, Alwande and Valdo. Valdo and Alwande are experts in this field. I mean, I love how simple their advice is. They know what they want, and it helps me to know what to look for my nephews and nieces. Alwande, hello. Valdo, hello. How are you? You good today? Guys, I hear that you're gonna do a trolley dash. So, we're gonna be able to pick out any toy you want. But Valdo, which toy do you want? Your favorite?
Nerf gun.
The Nerf gun, obvious Nerf gun, that's obvious. And you, Alwande? Which one?
I want the baby.
You're gonna get the baby, huh? Which other toy? Is it just the baby?
Yes.
It's just gonna be a big trolley full of babies.
Yeah, I'm a baby too.
Big trolley full of babies. Nerf gun, in the moment. Everybody's honed in. You know what you want? And you just go in. Alwande, you ready?
Yeah,
Perfect.
ready.
There we go. Valdo, ready?
Yup.
This is the one. 3, 2, 1, go! You get it. Okay. Oh, we're taking Robin. We're taking Batman. Which one do you want? Oh, which one do you want, Alwande? I do have my eye on the Play-Doh. Listen, my mom never gave me Play-Doh when I was younger. I thought it would be a lot of fun, so I might grab that myself. I actually learned something very interesting today, and that is if you want something, go and grab it and you'll figure out the rest. My favorite toys growing up were quite straightforward, you know, tops. My mom used to buy us chips and they'd have Tazos in them, so, you know, 2 birds, 1 stone. Now that you're armed with the trendiest toy knowledge and all these amazing deals at Game, you should be able to find the perfect gift for that young loved one at home. With aisles and aisles of toys for all ages, needs, budgets, and interest, at Game, you're spoiled for choice. Festive shopping should be a breeze. After all, 'tis the season.
How amazing are those toys? I wish I could be a kid and just do a trolley dash and pick whatever my heart desires from Game stores.
It's like a dream, honestly. And I'm glad that Fez actually picked up that Play-Doh. I know you didn't get it as a kid, so finally, Game is sorted, my friend. And speaking of sorted, we're going to sort that belly out right now. Head back to the kitchen and fill it up with the good stuff.
You know, the search is on for 5 of the most amazing bakers in South Africa with Golden Cloud, and I hope that you could actually be one of them. I know that Chef Afika, who has been absolutely incredible, could actually be a winner easily, but then again, you can't enter because you work here. What I will say is that Golden Cloud and Beacon are collaborating, and we want to find the best. With just a few days left to enter, the aim for your entry should be to stand out, you know, do something different, something creative. This Christmas, we have added a little twist to the competition. Our 5 finalists will each be paired with a professional chef as they bake off to stand a chance to win the grand prize of 50,000 Rand in cash. And to give you much needed inspiration, we are adding a twist to the classic sticky date pudding with a Golden Cloud and Beacon twist. And I can tell you this is going to be good. So Afika, let's start things off because we want to make sure we're inspiring those top finalists. You know, 5 of them is what we're looking for.
This is the winner.
Is this the winner?
This is the winner.
But also the way we do it is going to be the winner, right? We have to add something
And
to
I'm
it.
taking this home.
All right, so what are we doing now?
Okay, so here we have our hot water with bicarb. So we're soaking our dates.
Hot water, bicarb, and then you're putting dates in there.
5 minutes, soaking it in.
Perfect.
So what it does is softening the dates so that when you blend it, it doesn't stick onto the blade.
I see.
Awesome.
So if you have a bad date, you could add water and bicarb to make it better.
To make it better.
Because if the person you're meeting is not exactly connected the way you thought they were. Okay, that's fine. Great. So remember that. Bicarb and warm water will help the bad date.
Awesome. So you're adding that in and then blending it.
Yes. And this is how the date comes together because, you know, if you're a good blend with the date, then things should work out, right? I hope so. Let's go. All right, so after we do this, you're going to add the dry ingredients, right?
Yeah.
Okay, let's go for it. I love this part because like, you kind of can't hear me, but then you can. That's how it goes. So what are we looking for in the blend? You want it to completely
like
soft?
Really
very smooth. A lot like a good date. Right! You're welcome. I will let you know something while you're doing that. How are we looking? You're good? Okay. This is going to be all yours now. Allow me. And you know, the Golden Cloud cake flour and self-raising flour are versatile, and you know what, they can be used for pretty much almost any baking recipe you can put your mind to. It's ideal for cakes and scones, if you want to call it that, biscuits, spreads, muffins. Vegan chocolate, loved by South Africans since 1938, also available in a decadent dessert range, including Malva pudding, chocolate brownie, and peppermint tart, all the festive stuff for you. So while we put this together, we've got some eggs going in, flour's coming soon. I think what I could do is probably chop the chocolate.
Yes.
And then we're using this Beacon Heavenly Midnight Velvet. Do you want to think about it now? I went back to a date. Like, that's like the most amazing thing. Imagine calling a date a Heavenly Midnight Velvet.
Because it went well?
Yes, right, that's it. So what type of chop are you looking for here, chef?
Rustic.
French, Russian, American, South African?
French, rustic, South African.
Rustic, South African, with a bit of Hungarian.
Yes,
nice
everything
stuff.
in
Okay,
there.
let me
I'm
go.
going to add my flour in here and just mix that up.
And I'm going to do this. Oh, yes, that's right. Chopping away. Do you want this whole thing?
Yes.
Yeah, why not? Let's go for it. I love that.
It's Christmas.
Woo! It is indeed. And we have to be indulgent in every way possible because you want to impress people. You want to get the family together. Those who've had a tough year, the chocolate's going to help. And that's it.
I made this whole menu at home.
Did you?
And then they saw a dessert and then they were like, nah, they don't like this. You should change it. So I think I'm going to steal this.
I feel like this is a good one. I like this one.
I think I'm going to steal this one.
I like this one as well.
So
Great.
we're going to add this into our tray. There we go.
Okay.
And then for a nice texture, for an amazing texture,
a textural element.
Add our nuts and our chocolate.
Let me clear my station here. Sorry, I'm just such a, you know, OCD in the kitchen. And I'd like my station to be nice and clear. There we go. I'm even going to put that down. Look at that. Look at that. Beautiful. Clean, chef. Clean cooking.
Awesome.
Now, I'm assuming we're going Pecan.
Yeah. Just any way you want it.
Can I just do this? Just a crumble over there. And a crumble over there. Wow.
And
can I just go? Can I go nuts?
Chocolate, please.
Can I go nuts?
You can go.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. I'm going that way. I'm doing all of it.
While you're doing that,
Yes.
I'm going to add butter, sugar, and cream. So we're making a sauce for our pudding.
Oh, yes. Oh, obviously it's sticky.
Yes.
So we have to have that sauce. It's quite important. Wow. I think I did one of the best chops of a chocolate slab I've ever done in this. I'm so happy. This is
It
almost
looks
like
lovely.
it's almost like a heavenly midnight velvet. Wow. I'm not gonna lie, I'm pretty impressed with myself with regard to
That
that.
really
Just the
looks
way
proper.
that's perfect. I'm ready to go. Now that sauce again, give me a quick recap on it, just so we remember, yeah?
We just added butter, sugar, and cream.
Butter, sugar,
And
cream.
It's more like a Scotch.
I like it. There's
caramel
something
type of
lovely
thing
about it.
happening. So yeah.
Beautiful.
So we're just melting our butter.
Yes.
And then once it's all nice and thick, we're just going to gooi it on top of our pudding.
Thank you. I'm so glad because you know we're proud as an African. Gooi. Now while you're doing it, can I just gooi about a competition very quickly? While I gooi. So you can be one of the 5 finalists, as mentioned earlier, competing on Expresso for the grand prize of 50,000 Rand in cash. Now the winning contestant and chef duo will be crowned live on Expresso. Now to enter, bake with Golden Cloud and Beacon. Then snap a picture and share your bake using hashtag #GoldenBakerSearch2022 and tell us why you should be a finalist. Also in your entry, we'd love to see your Golden Cloud product and your Beacon product, and do WhatsApp your entry to 078 102 0321 for your chance to be one of the big 5 and of course win the big 5,000 in our Golden Cloud and Beacon Baker Search. It's going to be great. I just hope that you can enter, and if you missed out on any of the ingredients of this recipe, including how to cut chocolate as well as I did, go to expressoshow.com.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast show. David Watkins is wrapping up the show this morning with his song called Belong to You. Now, the song was released just last year and sure to pull at the heartstrings, so enjoy this performance. Thank you.
Late afternoon, you're stuck
Here's to all those glorious, sweet and savory once-a-year recipes and family memories that makes the season so festive. Made with love by Clover.
Nada.